we made our way through the deserts of Rahadum into the southeast, towards the town of Halden. In fact, let me pull us. I'm on like a desert combat map, but we'll be needing that at the moment. So, Haldun is the last place that you guys know of for sure that for sure has a one of the soul gems um,
Hmm.
that Pedriarch has been using to help uh, fuel his big plan of basically rebooting Galarian. Um, so you guys had traveled. It's I think it's been about a week for recording my notes. Yeah, you guys kind of left. It's been about 5 days, not quite a week. Um, as you guys got close, you guys encountered, and it's still like wet weather. Like you guys basically have come into like a persistent rainstorm. Um, and you believe that it was probably caused by these what you fought were some storm giants, which you know that have the ability to like control weather,
Yeah.
specifically as summoning storms. Um, their namesake, and you guys fought them. I think it actually killed your poor skeletal dragon. You guys made another
Mm.
skeleton, but then that one actually got killed too.
Yeah.
Um, but you did manage to take out both of those. You guys didn't really figure out like what they were doing here. Um, but you guys dispatched them and have made your way to the city of Halden, which is kind of where we left off. Um, so yeah, as you arrive in Halden, you guys are getting there probably in the like mid afternoon. It is still
Mm.
like rainy. It's not as stormy as it was before. It's kind of just more like there's no thunder or anything like that. Just kind of a steady rain. And but the city itself looks like it has like a battle maybe took place in it.
Okay.
So you can like see that some of the buildings around have been damaged. And it looks like there are like people out doing repairs and stuff on it.
All right.
And you guys are kind of just at the outskirts of it. It doesn't seem like anybody has like taken. At least you don't see any like sign of anybody that's taken like notes yet at this point.
Hmm.
Although you don't think it'll be long before somebody probably approaches you. What would you like to do?
Or somebody approaches us
Yeah.
for entering.
Yes. So perhaps a town guard or a pure legion soldier. Like I said, it looks like right now there's been like it looks like it's in disarray. It looks like there was a battle that happened within this city. So um,
I want to ask around and find out what's going on. Of course, I have my hat of Wait, do I have my hat of disguise on, or
you
is...
probably have your hat of disguise back because it was
Okay.
being worn by the skeleton, but the skeleton got killed.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm looking like not myself, a gnome probably.
Okay,
Um
Is
and I
this the
just
same day as the fight with the giants?
this was a day later.
Okay, let me
So yeah,
hit
if you
the
guys
rest
haven't
button.
already hit the Knight's Rest button, feel free to do so.
uh I don't know if I did or not. It never works for me
Well, if the
anyway.
city's in disarray, then people won't mind us, just like going in without them noticing.
Very likely.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to
I said,
nose
Aoife,
around and
don't
find
you?
out what's going on, what
I said, Aoife, don't
happened.
you know to turn yourself invisible?
Well, yeah, but
Hmm.
do we even need to?
Well, that way people don't like come over to us and talk to us.
Excuse me?
We don't need to talk to people. We'll just walk in.
No, you can walk in. I'm gonna go talk to people.
You know I'm not gonna let you, get in trouble by the Pure Legion.
I'm an innocent gnome. How could I get in trouble?
Do you look like a gnome right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's using the hat of disguise to look like a gnome.
Oh, okay. I said, all right, I'll give you a chance, and I'll just invisibility myself,
And then
and
she was never seen again.
I'll follow around. Oh no, I'm gonna follow around.
Okay.
I'm gonna make
Okay.
sure that Efoot doesn't get like killed or abducted or something, because Efoot's very useful.
Oh my god.
All right, so Efoot wanders into town, goes towards like one of these groups, people
Mhm.
that are like trying to repair a building right now,
Mhm.
and asks what's going on here, like what happened here.
Mhm.
What are you exactly trying to find out?
I just want to know, like, do we know why the town's all destroyed?
You do
And
not. No,
okay.
you might. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some theories, but I don't think you guys have know specifically.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get an idea of like what happened. You know, I haven't been in town for so long, and last time I was here, it didn't look like this.
Okay, so one of the soldiers, um, you realize that he probably actually is a pure legion soldier,
Uh huh.
but he doesn't seem to like be suspicious of you or anything like that. And he just answers you. He says, "Oh, some giants attacked. I don't know what they were here for.
Oh.
Mm.
They've moved out since then to the south mostly, but I think they fanned out in the area, and I don't think they're very far.
When did this happen?
Well, only a few days ago."
Oh, jeez.
Mm.
Okay. Is there any areas I should avoid going to?
I think they are. I think they've left the town. I think it should be okay, but just I don't know. The storms haven't gone away, so they can't. I don't think they've gone far. I don't think they found whatever they were looking for, though.
Oh. Do you know what they were looking for?
He shakes his head and says, "No."
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I want to find out for now.
Okay, at least from like a random soldier.
Yeah, yeah.
And you guys know, I think from last session when you guys did like a knowledge, like local or knowledge geography for like knowing about Halden, you guys know that this used to at one point be like a major trading hub because there used to be a nation to the south. However, the nation that was to the south, um, like basically ceased to exist about 100 years ago when the Eye of Abendago, the giant hurricane,
Mhm.
this just to the south as well, like kind of wiped out the nation that was down there. So at this point, Halden is basically just like a military outpost. Like it's there's still like some, I don't know, some people here think like like almost like a but it's like almost like a ghost town in some ways. Like it's a lot of the wealth is left, and it's a city. It's clearly was a city in the decline even before the giants came in.
Okay, so is Efoot done talking to the people?
Yeah.
I ask Efoot from invisibility. So what were you talking to them about?
I was just trying to get a feel of what happened to the town, and it was those storm giants. They rolled on in, couldn't find what they were looking for, and moved on, apparently.
From Efoot's information exchange, does it sound like we defeated the giants that came through here?
You don't. You think you maybe defeated some of them, but you think that it was probably more than just like
Yeah.
you guys fought two storm giants, I think, or three storm
Yeah.
giants.
Yeah.
Um, and you think that it might have been like more than that that came in here originally.
All right.
I don't think they gave Efoot a number specifically, but um,
No.
yeah, you'd infer that it probably was
I
like at least
imagined
a
then it
dozen.
was a couple,
Yeah,
more
it
than a
was like
couple. Yeah.
at least a dozen probably.
Yeah. This kind of damage, yeah.
Interesting.
And then, like I said, you would know that the guard that you talked to at least was speculating that the giants are still nearby because the
The
storms are still going.
storms. Yeah.
Hmm.
None of us know control weather. No.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Mm.
I think if you had a scroll of it, Razok could cast it. Maybe I might be on the cleric spell
I
list.
don't think a scroll's high enough though, because I think in order to counter a control weather, you have to be a higher.
Yeah, you'd probably a scroll probably wouldn't be great because unless you bought one at a higher caster level, it would.
Yeah.
Because conflicting ones are opposed caster level checks. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know this
So
because you also read the whole thing about the Wendigo and Rise of the Rune Lords, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
so is there like a specific part of the city that's been damaged or what?
You can roll a perception check as you guys are like making your way into town.
Sure.
Mm.
I am
So it
most
seems like
perceptive.
there is like a decent amount of damage throughout the entire town, but you can definitely tell that most of it seems to be on like the center area of town and the southern border of town, kind of where the center of the like military operations would be, or the Pure Legion would be headquartered.
So it seems like they attacked the Pure Legion.
That does indeed seem to be the case. It seemed like they weren't maybe attacking the city in general, but that they were specifically going after the Pure Legion.
Oh, I kind of
Mm.
like that.
Okay, but
I mean, that sounds
why?
kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe we should go ask them.
They think they were looking for something. They kind of already told me that, so they don't even know why, I guess.
No, I mean, maybe we should go ask the Storm Giants.
Ah. I shake a little bit, like, no.
Why?
Have you seen how big those things are?
Yeah, they're dead.
Only a couple.
Have you seen how small you are and you're still alive?
Okay, but
Besides, potential enemies could be allies.
potential enemies could also be potential enemies.
I know. I mean, if they're a problem, we'll just kill them.
You are so confident.
Why shouldn't I be?
I don't know. It's gonna be your undoing one of these days, I tell you.
Eh. It's okay. If I die, I know I'll just go to hell, and I have relatives there.
Yeah, they'll look out for me.
Yeah.
Show me around.
At the very least, I want to make sure that I sign an infernal contract before I go, because if I don't and I show up there without my soul being eternally damned, then I'll just be embarrassed.
Mm.
Anyway, so I'm interested in finding out what these giants were attacking the Pure Legion for. How we go about doing that, I guess, is up to everybody. What
Yep.
do you guys think?
So you want to track the giants?
That's one idea. I don't know what the others want to do.
I mean, seems like a good idea to me. Figure out what they're after.
Yeah. Might be after the same thing.
Maybe.
Are we coming here for a depository or another one of those like soul gem?
Yeah, we
Soul?
were looking for another one.
Maybe we
Maybe
can
they.
find it while we're here.
That works. Mm.
So the place that was attacked, this Pure Legion base or whatever, is it like how open and exposed is it?
At this point, fairly open and exposed because it's been like trashed by storm giants. Normally, there's like kind of a center. There's like a fortress kind of in the center of town, um, and then there's also like a wall in the southern part of it that's kind of overseeing what used to be the border for the Empire to the south. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it doesn't exist anymore.
But most of
Um,
these like soul catching facilities, they haven't been inside Pure Legion bases.
No, they've been
um,
random towns.
the only one that was inside of a Pure Legion base, I guess, was the one at
Is that the
Shepherd's
fort?
Rock. It was in
Mm.
it was in
Yeah.
that it was in like the commander's mansion inside the fort.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're right. The other ones have been like mostly in like kind of more out of the way, almost hidden in plain sight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, they'd be like in a monastery.
Do we have any like divination tools to like kind of help us narrow down like the like where this could be?
No. I don't think so. Let me check my inventory.
I think a lot of times you guys have
No.
like a lot of times when you didn't know where to start, a lot of times you guys would start out by like trying to contact a psychopomp in the area.
True. Yeah, I do not have any divination.
I guess
I
I
read
will.
minds, not the fates of the world.
I guess I'll look around, see if, like, walk the city, I guess, and see if I can find a psychopomp, since I kind of know what to look for.
Okay, sure.
So I'll just do a perception. See if I spot any.
Okay. What is everybody else doing? You guys gonna help them look for psychopomps or
I can
something
try, but I'm
else?
not very useful. I get distracted by
Yeah.
bugs and shit, but
Okay.
Oh. Oh, not today. I'm on high alert.
Yeah, those are all pretty good rolls.
Yeah, I guess I'll help look.
Maybe it's just
I
that
rolled a 1,
obvious.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Billy has a harder time looking for him considering he can only see like 60 feet away.
True.
I think technically all those perceptions have a penalty because because of the rain. It's like a -2 though.
Hmm.
Or I can just bake that into the DC, I guess.
Hmm.
But yeah, Razok, you do actually eventually spot one of the little masked bird-like Nasoys.
Yeah. I will walk up to where I see it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't,
It lets you walk up to it, kind of
yeah.
tilts its head and says, "I think I recognize you."
Oh.
Yep. He nods and he like introduces who he is and stuff in the group. We're the group going around helping out with these soul reliquaries or whatever you want to call them. We're wondering if you sense anything in the area that can lead us to another one. We know that recently there's a big fight with the city versus a couple of storm giants, but
Yes. Ever since then, we haven't been able to located anymore. It did used to be within the center of the city in that in their fortress there. But
Hmm.
ever since the giants attacked, it's been moved. I don't know if the giants took it or if somebody else moved it.
Oh.
Do you know in what direction it was moved, or what did it just disappear from your detection?
It just disappeared. We weren't.
Mm,
It was hard to keep track of everything and all the chaos
yeah,
of the battle.
yeah.
Perhaps if I'd been more careful, I could have kept track of it, but
Is there any remnants left of it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I've been reticent to go poking around within the temple. There's a lot of people there.
Oh.
Well, maybe we can go with you or your escort. You can come with us and we can go through it, or you can hang out outside and see all we go through.
Okay, that I'll I mean, I don't know how much I can help you really, but
It's more of just get if we could see if we can get closer to the area, maybe you can pick up a trace of something, or
mm,
at least like we could alert you to its whereabouts if we find out where it's switched to or moved to.
okay,
Eh,
I'll just stick with you then, and if you think you can get us near there, then
I
I'll
have
do
a
my best.
question. I don't know if you know the ruling on this, but like if you have a broken object and you find part of the object, would locate object help you locate the other part?
I don't see why not.
Hmm,
Yeah, it should.
an idea.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the spell locate object.
I don't, but scrolls exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Speaking of which.
Yeah.
um. Hmm. All right. He says, "Well, you said it's in the middle, uh, at their base, right? At their temple, or not temple because they don't worship
Technically, you
anything.
guys wouldn't even need a part of it, right? Like you could just use locate object.
Right.
I
Yes.
think you have to have like seen or touched it or something in order for locate object to work.
Yeah, but you can also so it says the second line says you can search for general items, in which case you locate the nearest of its kind. So
Oh.
Yeah.
you've seen other gems like this. So you could just be like, well, what's the closest one of those?
Hmm.
Um, so probably it would. I mean, it might not have necessarily worked because they might have something to
Block
like
it.
block it, But
Mm.
theoretically, you wouldn't necessarily need to have like a broken part of it.
All
But
right.
anyway, yeah, the psychopomp. He says, I can turn invisible, so I'll just hang close to you then.
All right. Sounds good. I guess we. What time of day is it right now?
It is kind of like mid to late afternoon, like three or 4 o'clock, about probably a little
I
before four
guess
o'clock.
he looks over at the group and he says, "Should we wait till it gets darker? I mean, we can get
Are we
nearby and
trying to
see
be
if."
stealthy?
Well, it's. He said there's a lot of people in the place that we'll be going. I don't know. It seems like it's one of their bases, one of their air, like, right? It's like a fort or like their
Yeah,
command center.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the barracks basically.
yeah. Doesn't mean we have to be completely stealthy, but it's better to start off an excursion.
There's basically
Mhm.
like kind of a barracks at the center of town. That's kind of like a little uh, small fort within there. And then on
Mhm.
the southern border, there's like some walls and towers. Like they're not really like super tall towers, but they're nice little like watchtowers
Mhm.
that kind of run the southern border of town.
You said this is like a ghost town. Is this like stonework or is it wood? Like barracks.
The barracks are more like stonework.
Okay.
A lot of the surrounding towns look like they're like made out of wood or like a combination of like brick and wood.
Mhm. Foundations of stone and then building up top.
Yeah, like it might have stone or brick
Yeah.
walls, but like a wooden roof.
All right.
Thing is, it's in a
Um,
desert too, so it's not like there's a lot
yeah.
of wood available either.
It's Adobe. Adobe brick.
Mhm.
All right. He says so. It's the info we got. Maybe we get close, and then when night falls, we can go in and take a deeper look. Or he looks at the caster and says, "Or you turn us invisible. We can go in right away."
I mean, I could turn us invisible if we're willing to use up a lot of my spell slots.
I have a wait. No, I don't. I thought I had a wand, but that's something
Basically,
else.
shoot ball and he's like,
I'm fine with
anybody,
going in
anybody
invisible.
else got a dice? Throwing
I think
ideas.
using
at it.
invisibility is a good idea.
All right.
Mm.
We'll start getting close then.
And this is still the same day as the day we entered?
Yep,
Okay.
it's just later in the day now.
Let's see, it's me. There's 5 of us, right?
Yeah.
We'll say it's technically with it following, but
Well,
yeah,
like
fine.
the psychopomp has at will invisibility for self, so yeah, it can turn itself invisible.
Can it see invisibility?
Give me a moment. I'm just gonna
It
prepare
does not have
invisibility
see
in my spell
invisibility.
slots.
Oh yeah, if we're
Although,
all invisible, we can't see each other.
yeah,
Oh no.
no, I don't
We
think it
need a
has
plan
some
before we go in.
some psychopomps get like life sense, but it has spirit sense. Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, so I can.
I think it can tell where you're at while you're invisible with spirit sense.
Yeah,
As long as you have a
I'm sure.
spirit.
It's got to have some sense of sensing souls. It's like the whole point of why we're bringing this with us, so I can see.
Okay, sure. I'll prepare
Wisdom.
5. I'll prepare 5 more see invisibilities. Or well, I'll prepare 5 more invisibilities.
Right.
And then I'll cast one on each of us, and we'll walk in. So there goes all my 2nd level spells, unless I use our Arcana points to get some back.
Yeah, psychopomp notices and locates and can distinguish between living and undead creatures within 60 feet as if it possessed the blind sight ability. So
Nice.
if you have an
Yeah.
invisible construct next to it, it cannot see that. But
Yeah, it doesn't have a soul.
yeah, and also it only can do it within 60 feet. So
Yeah. Well, I tell it like before we do, like I just say that we're gonna be going invisible, as well. Stay close.
okay, I can do that.
I guess walk in, after we get turned invisible, or try to find an entrance. I guess. So
Okay.
see what's up in that area.
So you guys are casting a bunch of invisibilities, or
I'm casting 5 invisibilities.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, okay.
so everyone's invisible for what, 15 minutes or so?
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you do see there is a front gate. There's kind of like a little bit of a wall kind of around it, almost like a tall, um almost more like a fence, but the
Mhm.
front gate actually is open right now, and it also looks there are several spots where it's been broken down, and like so it actually can be approached from a variety of different angles. You see probably like the main entrance plus like 5 spots where it's broken.
All right.
Um, it's up to you which if you want to pick one that's like further from the main entrance or
Yeah. He probably would. as like the least traffic, I guess. Um, that way we don't like accidentally get bumped into while we're invisible.
Okay, yeah. And you can see on like
Um,
some of the spots they're working on like trying to fix it. They're
mhm,
working more still on the front side of it though. So yeah, another
yeah.
reason perhaps to go to the back side is it doesn't seem like there's anybody working on that part of it at the moment.
All right. And then I kind of look. I like see it. Is there like any buildings or like
So on the inside of the wall,
yeah, inside on the inside.
it's mostly like there's one kind of like bigger like 3-story structure that takes up
Mhm.
most of the area inside. Although it does look like there are a number of like smaller um more like temporary setups around it that are like
All
kind
right.
of clustered along the inside where the wall is.
Yeah, or like the like actual barracks, like the probably the grunts and stuff, or people on
Yeah,
watch. Day.
you think maybe it's like yeah, like maybe like the some of the grunts stay out there or maybe those are used for
Hmm.
storage. You're not sure, but
Okay. He will look for a door for the big building, or if there's any, like, if he could see if there's anything that goes underground in the area. If
okay.
not,
Will
look
you like
for a big door.
do you want to roll a perception check to look for anything
Yeah.
like that?
I rolled
Oh, you already
one
rolled
like
one.
coming in here.
Is that 24? Okay, yeah. I see
Yeah.
it. Okay, you don't see anything in terms of like secret doors or like any um anything that stands
Noticeable,
out
like,
as a way to get in. You do see that there does look like there is a like just a regular door that is on like the
mhm,
back side of it. Um, you think it might be kind of like a maybe like a back door that you
okay.
don't think it's like supposed intended as like the primary way to enter, but maybe it's there for um soldiers to use or like maybe at some point this used to be um like more like a castle for some for like a lord or something like that and maybe it was supposed to
Yeah.
be like a servant's entrance.
Okay. Make our way to that then.
Okay. When you do get to it, it does seem like it is locked at the moment though, but there doesn't seem to be anybody like guarding it, at least on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's a, like a
We have
servant,
no lockpicker thing,
we do.
right? We do. Okay, who is that?
I Vander, I think, has disabled device, right?
I have it. I'm not super skilled in it, but yes.
Try it.
Yeah. Try it.
Okay. Buffs are off. Yeah.
That is enough to get it open. It is only a DC 15.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, you managed to pop it open,
All
and it
right.
looks like it leads into you think it's some sort of like storage, perhaps. Like it looks like there's food and drinks and stuff like that kind of stashed over in here.
All
And then you
right.
see the first thing you see in there, like it looks like there's another door um, that's not the same level, but there's also like what do you call it? Like a trap door on the ground as well, like a very not hidden or anything, just like a very noticeable
Hmm.
trap door that you assume maybe leads down to a cellar.
We'll go to that. He's looking for a spot that's hidden from the normal like guards or people like that
Hmm.
because these haven't been in the open for like everybody to see. So
Yeah,
he goes to that trapdoor.
a trap door. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It doesn't. You don't see any lock or anything on it. It just swings open, and you do see that there is a ladder that leads down into a. Um, as you feel it, you kind of feel like some cold air hitting you.
Yeah.
And it looks like it looks like it goes down some good like 15 feet. pretty cavernous cellar.
He looks at Saja and like waves his head.
Yeah.
You first. The melee guy go first.
It's just some stairs.
No, it's a
No,
ladder.
it's a ladder going
Stairs.
down.
Portable stairs.
Yeah. They're just stairs, but more vertical.
Yeah. How
They only go down 15 feet. You could see the bottom. It looks like in the
I'm
the
not even
chamber.
gonna use the stairs. I'm just gonna acrobatics down to not take any damage.
Okay.
I'll ignore the
You,
first 10 feet, and the remaining 5 feet is not enough to damage me.
Yeah. And you
And then can I
land.
remove the ladder?
Well, you don't want anyone climbing down behind you?
I didn't
Or-
need to use it. I'm sure
Or
that you
climbing
guys
back
don't.
up. Climbing
Uh,
back up.
I mean, I can't see anybody. So is somebody
No,
like talking
I
in
do
my
the same
head
thing.
or?
Yeah, we I bet since there's no one here, I'm sure like we kind of chose this path that's like not treading, so I'm sure we're like whispering to each other.
Foot is not even 4 feet tall, so
Yeah.
E-foot gets to use the ladder.
I
That's
jumped
almost a
down, too.
20-foot drop for E-foot.
I jumped down as well.
Okay.
And speak up, like tell everybody, let's go down.
Yeah, it does look like this is like more. This has got more storage, although it looks like most of the stuff down here is like it's definitely cooler down here as well. So you think that some of the more like stuff that they want
Needs to
to
last
keep,
longer.
yeah,
Yeah.
like more perishable stuff's down here. So you see that there might be like
Meats and stuff.
like meats and stuff, and some drinks as well, perhaps that they prefer to keep chilled. Some like fancy wines, maybe.
I bet I don't know a spell to spoil their food and drink.
Yep. I'll open up the
But
containers.
yeah, you don't see. It's a very large like chamber down here, and you don't see any like obvious exit other than the one you just came down. At least
Yeah.
not right away.
Okay, I'm gonna look around.
Yeah, same.
Specifically for food.
You find a lot of food.
All right,
Yeah,
I
that's
start
easy.
eating food.
E-foot.
They can't tell. Maybe
I'm
they
gonna look,
hear my
I'm gonna look around
crunching,
for like
but they
a
can't see
secret
me,
entrance
so-
or like another
Okay.
secret entrance, but or just like look in the general area, see what I see.
Yeah, that's a really good roll too. You actually do spot a area where you think you're pretty sure that something can like slide open there. You can see there's like marks
On the ground.
that kind of give it away. You find like a very well hidden secret door. You don't see any immediate way to open it, but you do kind of find like a very well concealed seam for like where the door
Okay.
actually is.
He'll point it out to everybody. He says, look for something that can open this, or the spot that can open this. I guess he'll detect magic.
Okay.
In this spot. See if he gets any ping off of like the wall or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check along with that detect magic.
No.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
you do detect magic on the door.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it almost masks that there's like a second aura like kind of hidden inside the magic aura there. But you're able to kind of pinpoint it, and you find that there is like a panel within it that
You press.
and you press on it, and
Yep.
it doesn't like immediately open the door, but reveals like a handle that you can use to slide it.
All right. He I guess um he'll slide it open.
Okay, it makes a
He's
little
not
bit.
like particular on like he knows detect magic and uses it, but he doesn't know like identifying like the different stuff
Yeah,
as well. So he's just like, oh, okay, found what I was looking for. Let's open it.
yeah. You notice as well that well, like you think it might have been the panel that you found there might have been like masked by an illusion of some sort. Because
Oh, okay.
when you like go to touch
It,
it, you kind of like it kind of shimmers,
it
and
shimmers. Okay.
you can like see. Oh, like that section of the wall isn't real. It's just like
Yeah.
a spot that's kind of hidden in
Covered
there.
by illusion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
so yeah, that it makes a little bit of noise, but um, like as the kind of stones grinding against other stone, but not too much. You don't think it's enough that anyone outside of this room would hear, at least, and it slides open relatively easy.
Nice. He will step in.
Okay. And yeah, on the other side, you see it looks a lot like what you saw in Botasani, the very first, not Botasani, Azir, the very
Mhm.
first soul gem you guys found. This looks it's a chamber that looks very almost identical to the one that you found underneath. God, what was Pedriarch's like pseudonym he was going under in Azir?
Mm,
The elf
Cacklin.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Cacklin, that's it. So this looks like the one that was underneath like Cacklin's manor, basically.
Okay.
With one very obvious difference, which is you do not see a soul gem there. You do
Mm,
see the machinery that it would be
I
attached
was
to
in.
is there.
Mm, mm.
Um, do you approach it to investigate?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, and everything looks to be in order as far as you can tell. If you have like a knowledge arcana or knowledge engineering, you can perhaps. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure that it is still intact. No one's like damaged it either.
But
Mm.
the gem is gone.
But the gem is gone.
So someone took it that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, you don't think that somebody like came in and like destroyed it. It seems like it was moved very deliberately.
Hmm. Must have been.
But does it look like storm giants could fit in this area that we're at?
I don't think it was the
It
storm
seems too
giants.
tight.
Yeah, you think that a storm giant would have a very hard time getting down through that entrance.
And
At least as it
them.
is. If they had come down here, like they would fit down here if they found a way to get in here, but they'd probably have to like bust open the entrance at the
I
where the
don't.
ladder was.
Not only that, but I don't think they have the knowledge to take apart or take it without
Without
damaging it.
damaging, yeah, without damaging the device.
Yeah. Especially like the ones that we ran into. Like obviously there's storm giants that are super smart, but the ones that we ran into seem pretty primal. Um,
Uh,
hmm.
the the soy pipes up and says, I think that I can sense the lingering presence of a lot of souls here, but I don't think it's here anymore. It's like
Yeah.
residual energy.
Which means that maybe I don't think the storm giants got it. It must have been moved.
That makes sense. Like I said, we could detect something in this area before the battle, and It wasn't until after the battle that we couldn't something seemed off, like it was missing. I think it maybe was moved during the battle.
Yeah.
You do notice, much like the other, the one that was under Azir, it does look like there is um, like a cave opening kind of behind where this uh, housing is too.
Oh yeah.
It does lead
Out.
somewhere, probably
Yeah.
out.
I guess
It's
we can
large.
follow
It's
the
large
cave.
enough that you do think that a storm giant
Sure.
or perhaps a dragon could fit through it.
Yeah. Yeah. Patriarch might have came and grabbed it, or
I doubt
sent
he did.
someone to come grab it.
Yeah.
I guess. You guys want to follow the cave out and see if we see where it
Yeah, might as
leads?
well.
Yep. Go down the cave. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
All right. So begin making your way. At some point, as you're going, your invisibility is going to wear off because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
quite a long trek.
Yeah.
Um, and it feels like you're walking for hours. In fact, you do walk for hours. Um, anyone may roll a survival check as you guys are doing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Survival.
Yeah.
Let me see something real quick.
I can do that.
Here's-
Sure.
Is it for like
It's kind of for knowing direction or
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of going. It's not like there's any branching or anything like that, but Okay, so Vander gets this at least. I think Efoot gets it as well. You guys can tell as you're going that your elevation is steadily going up after a while.
Yep.
Not for it takes quite a while before this happens. Like you're staying pretty level for quite a while, but you do think that you know Haldun is kind of next to it's like at like a pass between like two mountain ranges. So you
Peaks.
think you
Yeah.
might be moving up into like the foothills of one of the mountain ranges. This one is specifically going towards the west a little bit.
All right.
So almost kind of back. I'm almost in the direction you came. But more southwest. You guys, since you guys came from like the northwest. Um, and then yeah, so after a few hours, you emerge from like you get to basically an opening that leads to the outside. It's at this point it looks like the sun has set. It's now like or is like just now is like in the middle of setting. Because it's like getting into evening now. But yeah, you
Yeah.
do see that you're in like you think you're outside of Halden now. Looks like you're kind of in on like the foot of the mountains.
Hmm. There's nothing nearby. Like, and I guess he'll look around, see if he spots anything. But
Okay.
I'd say look for footprints or tracks or something.
yeah.
It is raining still.
Oh, that might make
Yeah.
it harder.
Well, uh, yeah, or it can make it to where it's a little bit easier because if it's a dragon that came through here, I'm sure footprints would show. And what?
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't see
Yeah.
you don't actually definitely don't see any dragon footprints. I'll give you that roll for like as you guys were going
Mhm.
through there as well. Is while you don't see any signs directly at the foot of the cave, you do see some like within the cave, some signs of like tracks.
Okay.
Like you maybe see, you also maybe see some like, like, uh, like maybe actually here's something interesting. You do see it. You see, like while you're going through, near the exit or near the exit of the cave, you see, it looks like some food. However, when you look at the food, it it looks like it's like kind of like withered up, um, like almost like it's turning to dust almost.
Hmm.
And it strikes you because you've seen other like this this is what happens when an Astomoi consumes food. You've seen it like when Billy eats. He doesn't actually like eat in the traditional sense because he doesn't have a mouth. He just like absorbs
Absorbs
the
it.
nutrients through like touch.
It
So
through the area that you think
yeah.
would be my
So you
mouth.
think not
But
only can you say like you think someone's come through here, you can say very confidently that at least one Astomoi was in the area.
Damn it, Billy. No, I'm just
It
joking.
wasn't
it might
me.
have been Billy.
I've been with you the whole time.
I know. I was just messing around.
I've had Aura
Okay.
Unremarkable on. They had no idea.
Yeah. Billy's just been a double agent this whole time.
No,
Well,
I
it's
just wanted the food.
something.
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
makes sense.
Maybe Billy just needs to wander around Halden openly being in a Stomoi and see if somebody like
True.
shows up and says, "Oh my god."
Didn't your
bring this
whole
to the
group go
other-
to this other place?
Yeah, like just have them tell you where you
Here,
were.
you
It's
left
the
this
same
soldier
guy.
behind. Why don't you take this with you?
Yeah.
This random merchant that made like cutlery or glassware is like now in the city. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
the same guy.
it's just
Yeah,
the same
it's you
guy.
again.
Yeah. They called me over here to help with the repairs. Can you take this glass to these people? Pretty funny. It's like the cabbage merchant from Avatar. Just
Yeah.
randomly shows up wherever they're at.
Alright,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's
we've
exactly what I was thinking
kind
of,
of
actually.
found evidence that someone's been through here.
Mhm.
Can we follow this?
Well, unfortunately, Razok can't pick up any trail outside the cave. Someone else is welcome to maybe see if they have better luck, but
Let me try.
all right.
I would get a +2 bonus with favorite terrain being mountains, but I forgot.
Meh. I found a
Yeah.
bug. I'm busy.
Oh, Vander got
there
a
we
really
go.
good roll though.
Yep.
Yeah, most of you guys are having no luck whatsoever. It's the rain, it's kind of making the terrain muddy. It's really hard. But Vander actually does find some signs. Perhaps like he finds some signs that like aren't on the ground itself, but in like some of the like vegetation that is like there's not really like a bunch of trees or anything, but there's like kind of like shrubs and stuff. Um, so maybe like there's still some evidence of spots where it's been like trampled on.
Broken twigs or
Yeah, but Vander actually does see like the beginnings of a trail that he's able to kind of like point out to everyone.
all right.
So if you guys would like to try to follow that,
Yeah.
you may roll a survival.
Right. And we're up in the mountains.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. So I will get.
I will try to
plus
assist, but probably not.
Train.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Plus +2.
Well, Efoot's helping at
Skills.
least.
Survival +2, 16. There we go.
Okay. So
So-
yeah, Vander having like kind of pointed you on these, you're able to kind of like continue it, and
Hmm.
you guys are able to kind of follow this despite the rain.
All right. Does it look like it's going deeper into the mountains?
No, it's looking like it's going back downhill towards the south.
Didn't they say the
Um,
giants were south too?
They did say most of the giants went to the south. Yes.
All right. Keep following, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, it's starting to get. It's. You said it was sunset when we had to the
Yeah.
cave.
So it's like actually dark now.
Yeah. Good thing I have dark vision.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, you're still following these, but you do see what looks like some light kind of shimmering in the distance.
Hmm.
Like maybe somebody has like a large fire going.
Hmm.
All right. Is it the path leading that direction?
Um you can't tell for sure. It's kind of snaking in that general direction, but like it hasn't been like a straight line necessarily.
Fine. Yeah, it's following the train.
Yeah. The other thing you notice as well is you do see like what looks like some like you guys are still kind of like you're kind of moving further into like this valley between these mountains,
Yeah.
and you do see that it looks like there are like some ruins within these mountains.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, so like you actually are like kind of when you notice this fire, it looks like it's kind of back up in the foothills to your west a little bit. Um, and when you notice it as well, you are also like next to one of these ruins as well, which looks like it looks like it maybe was like a temple or something.
Hmm.
Uh,
All right.
a
I guess.
temple.
Yeah, so you guys are like next to what you think might be like a temple or something like that, and then there's also like kind of a fire. So there's like two things kind of that you are noticing right now.
Hmm.
So, how far away is the fire and how big is it?
So Billy wouldn't see the fire because it
I
looks like
asked the
it's
party.
it, but yeah, it looks like it's probably like several hundred yards away,
All right.
and it looks like it's
Uh,
up in the like kind of in the foothill, so its elevation is higher than you guys are currently at the moment.
yeah.
Is it a big fire or not that
Yeah,
big of a fire?
it looks like maybe like a bonfire.
A big bonfire in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'd have to
Interesting.
be able to stay lit. Depends
Okay.
if it has cover. They might have cover over it. It's just we see the fire.
Yeah, you see like the light flickering really is the main
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
If we want to check out the bonfire, I have some ideas. That's all I'll say.
All right. What's
If
your
we want
idea?
to leave them be. Well, you see, I have this spell called Geyser, and I can just geyser the
Well, let's.
bonfire into
Well,
the
you have to be
air
in
and destroy
range
it.
of it first, right?
It's a medium range spell. It's
Not only
it's
that, but I want
Yeah,
to see
you have to see it.
what's
yeah.
around
So
the
it
No,
has to be
no.
within
geyser.
The
60
range of
foot.
your spells is not medium. The range
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
spells is
okay.
60 feet maximum.
You're right. You're
I mean,
right.
it depends because some spells he might not necessarily need to be able to see where
That
he's
one I
doing it.
would. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it's
one you
actually a
probably
long range spell, Geyser. But no,
nice.
it's 60 feet. Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll go towards the bonfire.
That sounds fun. I mean, it sounds like fun to blow up a bonfire with a geyser.
I'd rather see what's
Yep.
around the bonfire first. Yeah. Make our way towards it. He's
Yeah,
actually
let's maybe try and go kind of sneaky and see if we can spy on what's happening before we just like walk up
yeah.
to them.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth. Oh, great. 5 stealth.
But we have the rain to our advantage, so they definitely won't
Yeah.
see us coming. I'm so stealthy.
I mean, they do get
I
penalties of their
I
perception.
was planning on walking ahead. Me and
Okay, so
Vander
you're
probably
not.
walk up
Yeah.
front, walk
Okay.
up ahead, and scope
Everyone
it
else
out.
hangs back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
In range of Billy's psychic, like
I
communication.
think its telepathy is 100 feet. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It works. Kind of what we did before. So Vander and I will start moving up closer once we get within range, I guess.
okay.
All right. Look to see what I see. Oh, with the 20.
Okay. So you have to climb up a hill a little bit to get there, and you kind of get to like the edge of where this light's flickering, and you see there are. It looks like this is a fire that is being tended to by a storm giant. Immediately recognize him because you
Mm,
are a day removed from fighting a storm giant or a few
Thumbs
storm
down.
giants.
Yeah.
So you see, there's two storm giants here in total. One that's kind of tending the fire, and you see another
Mhm.
one who's kind of like um, looks like he's a like kind of kneeled over um, away from the fire, and he's facing towards one of these ruins. It looks like there's a like he's like maybe praying in front of a statue or meditating, perhaps. It looks like a
Mm,
kind of worn down statue. Um, may roll a knowledge religion to identify what is the statue.
mm.
Fortunately, it's a
Is
low
that
DC.
something any of
Yeah.
us can see, or only people that are close?
Only Razok and Vander can see it.
Okay.
Razok, you can tell that this is a statue that is a. It's not like super obvious, but 15 is still good enough to notice because this is a very major deity. This is a statue of Gosray.
Huh. That made sense.
But
God
yeah,
of
it
nature and
looks like it's
storms.
very it looks like it's very old and
Warden.
worn down, although it looks like it's been like maybe the giants have like tried to do some repairs to it. 'Cause it looks like it's
Okay.
been like polished up a bit.
Damn. Killed the storm giants and they're worshippers of gods. Dang it.
What do you mean?
They're probably they were he'll speak back to Billy and like convey what he's seen. And he says the storm giants here worship Gosray, which in his head is like that makes sense because Gosray's of the storm. One of its personalities is of the storm.
Mhm.
Um, and
But yeah, it
he
doesn't
just
seem like they notice you. Neither the one that's meditating or
and
praying
it
or
doesn't
the one
look like
tending the
there's a.
fire.
It's just that basically the statue. There's no like tunnel or like anything going in
It
past
looks
them.
like
Or
it does look like there's a structure behind them.
okay,
Like a maybe you're not sure if it's accessible or if it's collapsed or whatnot, but you do see like there's like on like either side there's stairs that lead up and you think you see what might be like a doorway like into the
mm,
mountains. Like it's like a temple carved
I don't.
into
I
the
feel like
Uh,
the Stelmoy or whoever took that wouldn't be coming up in this though.
paging Malice. Do you want me to walk up there
As
with
I
Aura the
could.
Unremarkable and see if we can ask him some questions?
Malice isn't here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Malice on your thing. It's
Razak. I know I need to be
Razok. Yeah.
switched. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. He
Well, if
says
you had
sure.
that up, wouldn't they just ignore you?
Well, they would think it's unremarkable that we're there, and they might answer some questions. It's possible, or maybe I can charm them. Although I don't know that they qualify as a person for charm person.
You would know they do.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, they're
They're
human.
humanoid.
So
Yeah.
Let's make a friend. I'll cast Aura the Unremarkable on myself, and then I'll waltz on up to them.
Don't you look like? But you're in a Stoimoy, right?
Correct.
Wouldn't you
Yeah,
look like the one that they're probably looking for?
but the
I
aura
don't
of
know.
Markle makes it to where they don't care.
Hopefully, it's
If they
unremarkable
fail.
that I also happen to be in a Stomoy, but I'm not the one they're looking
I
for.
guess Razak will look at Vander and say, "Let's go back to the group." So we're in the effect of the.
I mean, I'm walking up basically to where you are, and then just gonna walk
Yeah.
up to the Storm Giants and say hi.
Yep.
By yourself?
Well, if whoever wants to go with me can feel free to come with me.
You might need
Everybody.
assistance.
I am an unremarkable gnome following.
Hopefully unremarkable. Unsure how unremarkable we are.
Unremarkable bard.
Let me see.
That is my plan. If anyone wants to do some buffing, now might be the time.
He tells you as you're walking up, cast one of those if you have it. Cast a spell on one of those arrows it gave you.
Okay. I will cast a name bullet for the giant or storm giant.
giants.
Yeah.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
do we think we're gonna fight? I guess we are. Huh?
I don't
Yeah, I was
know.
hoping
Depends
not.
on how
Unsure.
they
In case.
on how they react.
Hmm.
Yep. Just in case.
But
All right.
All right, so I'll hand you the arrow,
Sounds good.
and
So I'll
then
hit
I'll
that.
walk
Take
up
it.
when everyone's ready.
I think I'm gonna MS Paint a map here. I didn't actually have a combat
Yay!
map made for this, so
Why would the players go to the bonfire that's off in the distance rather than the obvious thing right in front
Well,
of them?
it
First
wasn't necessarily
off-
gonna play out this way because I didn't know that you guys were gonna come in here at night. You know,
Yeah.
like there's
Not only that, but there's
Yeah.
also like DC charts of finding the trapdoor and actually
We got
finding
some really high
down there.
perceptions.
Oh
too,
yeah, well I wasn't sure how
Yeah.
you guys were gonna approach it. I thought maybe you guys were
Yeah.
gonna ask around town more, but you guys kind of were like, nah, we don't want to talk to, which is understandable that you guys didn't want
Yeah.
to talk to
And
anybody.
the first person we saw was like pure Legion. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, almost everyone here is it's a military town basically, so it's sort of
Yeah.
like Shepherd's Rock,
It's
like most.
it's like entering like military base. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like going to Fort Worth and like
Yeah.
you know,
Or
like
Pendleton or like one of those
Yeah.
where it's like a military town. You're like,
like there
I
are
can't believe-"
non-military people here, but it's like
Yeah.
like
There's
almost
civilian helpers.
yeah, almost all the civilians here are here providing services for the military that live here. like
Yep.
like all the other industries. There used to be, like I said, it used to be a lot of other industries, but all the other industry has dried up, and like even the military, it's not. They don't keep that big a posting here anymore because there's no reason to. There's at least normally. They weren't expecting a bunch of giants to show up.
It's the place where we're gonna send you there to have your career die. Like, that's where your career goes to the end, basically.
The shittiest
Yeah.
like posting
It's like-
ever.
It's like sending people to the wall in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not quite that bad, but
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh my god. My MS Paint skills are not up to snuff anymore.
Oh.
Whatever. It looks.
We'll figure
I
it
feel
out.
like
We
trying
have
to draw this
imagina-
statue. I'm like, whatever. It looks
we
like
have-
a ghost or a cactus, maybe.
We have imagination. You're fine.
All right, and then we're gonna have a. Here, I'm just gonna. I'll just pull you guys this map here. You guys can. Configure, set start position. Okay, activate. I haven't got everything on here yet,
Yeah.
but so there's like a. Wait, oh, I'm not in free draw. That's why the problem is. Okay. Yeah, and then there's like some stairs here. Kind of lead up around it. I don't know. So and then the bonfire. I don't know. It's like it's fire.
Right there. Yep.
And there's one giant over here who's kind of like kneeling in front of the cactus. I mean statue.
Yeah.
And
I'm guessing the lines on either side are like the like hill
those
going
are like
up.
those are like the
Yeah.
stairs going up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like these stairs carved into the
Down. Yeah.
stone. Yep.
All right.
Okay. So you got this large bonfire, lights. Billy's still technically out of range of it, but like it's kind of at the edge of, like the light goes further out than a normal fire
Mhm.
because how big it is.
Because it's big, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of at the edge of the light. Although, like I said, the giant looks like he's like tending to the fire.
All right. Billy casts the aura, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, I already used the spells, but
Use
yeah.
aura, then remarkable, and then you guys approach.
Yep.
So I guess I'll roll a will save here.
DC 20.
Technically, I think it's only for one, because the other one's off.
It's fine, guys.
Yeah, only the
Distance.
first one for now rolls it.
Yeah.
We definitely didn't see that roll and know what happened.
So as you approach, he like notices and stops, and he says, Holtzen, and the other giant like opens his eyes and looks back over his shoulder, and also like stands, looks towards you.
Hello, friends.
Who are you?
We are adventurers.
And they get like
And-
when they get a bigger sight of you, you can see that their expression immediately kind of like darkens when they notice Billy. At least
Oh.
you think it might be when they notice Billy.
Mm.
I mean, makes sense.
I pull out my holy symbol.
Okay. Do you say anything?
Yeah, I just say we're fellow followers of deities. We aren't part of the
I don't even remember
part of
what your god was.
the god of the hunt.
He follows Aristotle, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're not part of the military or anything like that. We're actually opposed to them. We were trying to track down something
Okay. Why don't you roll me a
and
diplomacy check?
saw your bonfire.
Since I'm here, I'm gonna assist him with that by backing
Okay.
him
What
up.
do you say?
I say I saw the big fire and I have some food and I wanted to cook it. Can I use your fire to cook it? And I'm
Okay. So like an offer of like, like the traditional kind of wanting to share a fire while traveling. Yeah, go ahead and
and it's some
roll.
of the
Go ahead
food
and
I
roll a
stole
diplomacy check as
from
well.
that food storage place. Because
Okay. Not a great roll, but
no. But I pull the food out
No,
regardless.
I mean, it is definitely a China pill, at least to their. Like, that's why.
okay. It seems like you haven't really like swayed them to trust you. Like they still seem very distrustful, but they do like seem like the tension seems to dissipate a little bit,
Okay.
and they say, you go ahead, like just tell us what you're doing here, what you're looking for. And it's
are
still
we
like this
close
one in the
enough to
front
have
that's
our
talking to you.
secrets?
The other one kind of moves closer to the fire and seems to just be like watching intently.
I imagine we're closer. Are we not closer?
I tell them.
Oh, I lost Grim.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them I'm looking for others who look like me. You see, they have betrayed my kind and have joined forces with evil, and I wish to serve justice.
You want to roll a bluff check for that?
I didn't know
Is
this
that
was
not
about
true?
betrayal.
I don't think they betrayed their people.
And in my mind, they did. They're working for Patriarch.
Are they?
I mean, I'll roll a bluff for it, but I just, that's how I see it as Billy.
Yeah, I guess you could do diplomacy. It's probably similar role for you anyway,
Either
right?
way, yeah, this is actually better for me. So never mind.
Okay.
Forget my argument.
Grim's having some technical difficulties, I think.
Xbox turned off or something.
Oh, probably.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to let them know like, hey, I'm not with the others that look like me.
So working again, Grim?
Don't hear anything.
Don't hear anything, so maybe something went wrong, I guess. Well, the one in the back finally steps forward and says, um, that that is why I am here as well.
Mm.
Did he roll against my aura? I don't know
I
how
guess
close I actually
I
am,
guess
but
he gets when he gets
probably like
closer,
up
he gets
here.
to roll versus your aura. Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah, and he tells you, I had a vision from my god, I think, showing me a great atrocity that was taking place here.
Oh.
Yes, we've seen it elsewhere. The leader of their kind is capturing souls, and he's requisitioned my people to help him, and I'm here to stop that. We don't want to capture souls, innocent souls.
I am hoping that my god will give me further guidance. The trail ran cold in the nearby settlement.
Mm.
We found the location, we believe, where there was a device to capture souls, but it was no longer there. So we think someone moved it.
Hello.
Hello.
I can
Hi,
hear you
Aaron.
again.
Oh, okay. I just connected through my phone for some reason.
Mm.
Xbox was having an issue.
Oh, okay. If we figured that's probably what it was.
Yeah, I think it just timed out and then wasn't. But what happened?
Billy convinced them that he is looking for people that have betrayed his kind, as he said
Oh,
it, which I said was a bluff check because, like, well, I don't think that's really what it is. But
mm,
if anything, Billy's betrayed his kind. But
yeah,
Well,
I
I
don't know,
mean,
not necessarily. But
the truth is told by
yeah.
the winner of the
yeah.
winner of the war, or whatever, whoever lives
Anyway,
on.
so the other giant, the one that was called Holtzen, came in and says that he had a vision that he thinks his god has given him a vision of an atrocity that was being committed here that he was put here to put a stop to, but the perpetrators seem to have fled, and he's hoping to get like another vision.
Mm.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's why I am praying before my god here. This land, this land of the north is a godless realm,
Yep, it sure is.
but
Fucking
the
godless.
lands down here still maintain vestiges of the old ones.
It's yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
He looks towards
d-
Efoot and says, You may sit at our fire."
Yay! I bring the food happily and start cooking.
All right.
Yeah, I go with her.
uh, Razak asks if I may ask, what was the vision they saw? The first vision they saw.
What was
Was
the
it
first vision he saw?
what was the atrocity basically?
The vision showed me a Stomoy, his kind. He points to
Hmm.
Billy, operating a device to trap the souls of people
That's terrible.
and funnel them into a gem used to power some ritual.
That's what we were here to
Yes, the
find and
ritual
stop.
is it's a ritual of a very powerful magma dragon by the name of Pedriarch, and he wishes to create a new world, a new realm with the souls that he captures as his seed life.
It goes against the
And-
natural order, and thus
And
my god charged me to stop it.
I know,
Must
right?
be
All those
so.
souls that could be going to hell.
Ugh.
We are also actively working to stop this atrocity.
I will. You hear as he like speaks out to like the open air to like see if the Stelmoy or not Stelmoy, the psychopomp.
Goodness boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're seeing the psychopomps around.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's totally
I'm still
around.
here.
Okay. He says we met up with this psychopomp here, and he detected that it had been moved as well. We've actually been working with their kind in the last like month or so, taking out most of these soul captures. And this is the next one on the list, or the next area that we're coming to check out.
It's actually the last one we know about
Do
too.
you
We've already
know-
stopped many of these.
Do you know where they've gone?
From the trail that we saw leaving, they're headed south, but we don't know. That's what we were looking around and following their trail out of the cave. There's a cave from that's their fort or their base, and it led up into these hills, and we were following the trail, and then that's when we saw your bonfire.
Interesting. I need to meditate on this. He begins to move back to the statue.
Okay.
I mean, if he's getting visions, then I say let him get some more visions.
Yep.
The other giant goes back to tending the fire.
I
He
offer
says,
him
if
some
Holtzen
food.
trusts you, then I will trust you as well. But he still seems kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
a little grumpy about it. You're not
Makes
sure.
sense.
Maybe he's just a grumpy guy.
That understandable.
He's just
Yeah.
hangry. I hand him food.
I stay out of the like perimeter of the fire. Like I stay like towards the edge. He basically doesn't want to lose like his night vision with the glare. He kind of keeps his back to the fire.
Okay.
I stay closer to the fire. It's nice and warm and doesn't affect my
Basically,
vision.
he's keeping watch on the outside perimeter, making sure we're not getting snuck up on. I guess I could roll perception.
I don't have anything. Wait. Can I? Lore Master, what exactly can this do for me?
Lore Master?
Yeah, I don't think Lore Master's gonna help me with his vision.
Isn't that just like you can like roll on any knowledge check?
Yeah.
I think it lets you like take 20 on a knowledge check, right? Or
Yeah.
like take 10 or
A
something.
20 as a standard action.
Oh yeah, once per day you can take 20 on any knowledge check as a standard action. And actually you can do it you could probably do it twice per day now because you're level 11.
Yeah. I don't know if this isn't gonna help
guess
us
you
right
can.
now though.
No, it'll help you if you have to roll a knowledge check though. If you have like if you have a knowledge check where you're like, I absolutely need to make this knowledge check, then just say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my knowledge master here.
Where was this bonfire and then that trail? Did the trail lead to this, or was like the one that we're following? Do we like branch off of where it looked like it was gonna be going? Left.
It looked like it was gonna branch away from here.
Yeah. All right. I guess I might have like marked where, like retroactively, might have marked like
Where you guys left the
spot.
trail.
Yeah. That would chance. I mean, it's raining and stuff, so it might chance not be able to
Trail
find
might
it.
be washed away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we made some new friends.
Yeah, he speaks up. He says, if you can, I know the storms are your nature, but it might help us to track these people if the rain stops. As he like talks to one of the storm giants.
Mm,
See if
the storms. We are using them to fight off our enemies. We are stronger in the storms. And there are more enemies of our people. We've spread out in the area to try to avoid having more of them come.
yeah,
That's fair.
he nods. It's
Plus,
fair
it's
enough.
suddenly stopping might draw attention.
Even if I were, the storm is no longer is not under any one of our control.
So
Oh.
yeah, it's
We would have to get the other storm giants together to put an end to it. There are about a dozen of us that follow Holtzen. 14 in total.
there's a dozen.
Hey,
doesn't
don't
say-
say that. Don't say
He
that.
doesn't say it. He doesn't say that out loud.
I say that you say that in my head, or I say it in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we wait here till daytime, or guy
Yeah,
has
it
a
seems
vision?
like that's what they're planning to do.
Okay.
Like he
I
tends the fire for a
will.
bit, and then he eventually says, "I'm going to get some sleep," but the fire should be fine on its own for a little bit.
Do you mind if we share camp with you? We'll keep watch.
Yes, if Holtzern trusts you, then I will as well.
Okay. I know you just met us, and it seems like a coincidence, but also, how could I have known about the same visions that he had if we were not true in our quest?
You knew about that?
And
Well,
here's my number.
I
Call me maybe.
mentioned the soul gem capturing before he told us
Before
what
he
his
told
vision
us about his
was.
vision, yeah, his
Yeah.
So it's
vision
like,
just happened to align with your story,
yeah,
which is that's
exactly.
a big part of why he was like,
You weren't getting visions.
no, but yeah,
No, I didn't say I got visions. I just said like we had already stopped similar things like this already, like in other
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's share camp with the storm giants. This seems like a great idea. Nothing can go wrong.
Until they find out that we killed 2 of their allies.
Shh, 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 shh. Killed is a strong word. Defended ourselves
That's true. I guess.
lethally.
They attacked us first.
they did.
Yep.
As you hear, they were instructed to stop reinforcements from coming in.
They
Yep.
saw in a stowaway
Yep.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe I should have stayed as a buddy, guys.
Maybe.
I'll be right back.
All right, so that's all I want to do tonight. I kind of want to talk to Holton tomorrow to be like, hey, we help you, you help us fight Pedriarch, but we'll see. I'm not sure
Okay.
we're at that level of friends yet to ask for that.
We'll take a couple minute break as well and grab something to drink, and then we'll get back up. So,
Okay, night's rest.
yeah, everyone may hit the night's rest button though.
Yay.
Or
I like getting my spells back. I
Yeah, I'll
get my
be right
new
back.
bullet back.
Hmm.
All right, I am back.
That was very fast, but I did not go anywhere, so I'm here.
Yeah, I just went to get something else to drink, and
Yeah.
actually, I think I'm gonna open my window up.
I really want to try and get storm giants to help us against Pedriarch. That sounds fun.
Sounds like you're going to at least short term.
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Hello.
I'm still here.
Get back.
Okay. Is everyone else back?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand if you're not here.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're not here.
I was just making popcorn.
Ooh, yum.
All right. Yeah, so next morning it is still raining again. It's kind of just a steady downpour though.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much of a storm as it was before. The giants prepare, they're making like kind of their own simple breakfast on the fire as well. They kind of get it. It's kind of died down as
Mm-hmm.
giant went to sleep. But yeah, he has like a bag, and you actually see some of the stuff that he's putting on the fire actually looks like it might be like stuff that came from Halden. Like
Yeah.
he's pulling out like furniture and stuff to like use as
I'm cool with that.
to like
Yeah.
fuel the bonfire.
Okay. Like, ooh, good firewood. Let me throw that.
But yeah, the Holtzen, uh, he's kind of like dozed off in front of the statue, and he says, "I think I might be able to get us. Yeah, my God is. I think my God has given me another vision.
Oh.
I think I can get us to this hiding place that they've moved on to."
All right. Now we're talking.
Yeah, that must mean you're on the right track. If you'll allow us, we'll go with you. I assure you we're more than capable in combat.
I'd intended to go,
Wait, what do you say?
but you are welcome to come with me.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Okay, I said if he'll let us, we'll go with him.
Oh, I heard it the other way around. Where you're like, you guys can come. You can come with us if you want. And he's like, what?
No,
The other way around, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
This is my holy
we would go with
quest.
him. I was just trying to like reassure him, like, hey, see,
Okay,
you
yeah,
met
yeah.
us, and now you got a further vision. So,
It's a good omen, right?
yeah.
And then while you guys are like doing your morning prep, basically,
Mm-hmm.
the Nasoi whispers to Razok and says, "I don't know if anybody else noticed, but there was something else in the camp with us last night.
Oh, I did not notice.
I definitely didn't.
I couldn't see it. I think it wasn't, but I could sense it."
Huh.
Do you
It
still
was here
sense
for a
it?
short time,
No.
and then it left. It's not here anymore.
Did you tell what type of thing it was?
It wasn't undead. So something a living.
I mean, I think the only thing it would have, well,
You can't tell like any other qualities other than that, like size or stuff.
No, I could just.
did you
It was something invisible, I think.
Did you
Something
sense it
invisible.
while we were talking about stuff with the giants, or just later?
No, it came in later after they went to sleep.
So the only thing it would have learned really is our current appearances and our presence, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it wanted. It didn't seem to do anything. It just was here for a little bit, lingered for not even a minute, and then wandered off.
Mm.
Hmm.
Huh.
Do you know like what area the camp was in?
Uh, came to the edge of the bonfire, but didn't come all the way up to it. Didn't even come all the way into camp, just to the outskirts of it. I almost couldn't even notice it. It was right at the edge of my sense.
Hmm.
I don't know if it noticed me. Don't think so. I was invisible the whole time myself.
Yeah. I don't know then. Let the people look at it, I guess. If you sense anything like that again, let us know.
Okay.
I guess he'll like walk over to the others and see what he said.
Okay. Let everyone else know about it too.
Mm. Yeah. At least in our party.
Mm.
Don't want to freak out the giants.
Sure.
That's worrying indeed. Perhaps a spy of some kind.
Mm.
I mean, Pedriarch obviously knows what we're up to and has his own means of spying on us, I'm sure. Maybe it was a scrying. I don't know if the
No,
Psycho
scryings
Pump could
wouldn't
sense
leave
someone scrying on
senses.
us.
Not through soul sense.
No,
Yeah,
no.
so we think it was some kind of entity, but who knows?
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be kind of funny if they just came to us.
What, the Estomoi?
I'll hope for it. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yep.
After the giants make like a breakfast, they pull out some like a large amount of like dried fruits and some dried meat, and they kind of warm up the meat over the fire. And they maybe offer you guys some as well, um, realizing that you guys don't need as will take a relatively small part of their portions anyway.
Very small amount.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
plus I have food anyways, so.
You have your own food anyway. You offered to share, which
I do, yeah. Mhm.
they it's not really that much for giants, but it is something. It is it's a friendly gesture at least.
Mhm.
But yeah, they say he says Holton says my vision says it's to the south as well.
To
Okay.
the south, all right.
Yep, we're ready to go. You lead the way if you know where you're going.
Okay. And yeah, it's much like easier to even though it's the rain, it's much easier to like see the countryside around you. And yeah, like it looks like there's like the hills are like dotted with a bunch of like old what look like old temples, um similar to this one that you guys camped outside of, um
Mm-hmm.
to a variety of different gods.
A variety of different
Hmm.
gods, huh? That's cool.
And he says the one that we're looking for was dedicated to an old Osirian god
Oh,
named
okay.
Anubis.
Oh, Anubis.
An
All right.
ironic choice considering
Considering what?
what the crimes against nature that they're committing.
What do I know about Anubis?
Anubis is similar to Pharasma in the sense that he's like a god of the dead,
Oh,
and
Mm.
is primarily with like keeping people within the cycle of souls and like sending people to the afterlife and all that. So
I'll
The
mention.
sense of irony would be, yeah, the fact that if you're trapping souls in a soul gem, that is something that Anubis
Yeah.
would take affront to.
I'll mention like perhaps the temple has a way of channeling souls that they want to abuse. Like it has
Maybe.
some unique property. Well, we best be off. Every moment we delay is the moment more souls could be captured.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going.
Off
Okay.
we go.
Off you go. Well, that is not what I want to do. Oh, that's funny. I need to remove this.
I'll cast some normal buffs, mage armor, false life.
I drop the PCs onto a map, and it drops the dragon token. I'm like, oh, still alive in our hearts. Yeah, eventually, you do make your way through, and yeah, you see that there is one that has the like jackal-headed form of Anubis, very clearly worn down and hasn't been tended to in the same way as the Gauzer one you see, but you can tell that it has still the right silhouette, um, or at least Holtzen says has the right silhouette to be Anubis.
All
Alright,
right.
Those of you
once we get there, I cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay, yeah, and those of you that have like enough knowledge, religion, probably be able to confirm that as well.
I'll take your word for it.
What kind of weapons are the storm? Is it like the weapons that we see in the pictures here, like two swords, or what kind of weapons do they have?
They do both have great swords.
I will ask their permission if I could cast
Great swords and composite longbows.
if it's okay with them if I cast a protective spell on them.
Sure.
I give each of them a ablative barrier. Or ablative barrier, however you want to say it.
I think it is ablative.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that well sorry Pluto, there may be a little bit more bookkeeping, but
It is, but it's fine.
I put it on both of them, so at least it's consistent.
Yep. I
just
just
imagine
put
if
mage
they're
armor myself.
big giants in the front with swords, they're probably gonna get focused.
I mean, that would be cool.
You don't have high hopes of this.
No, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Let me get this piece of paper to write in.
I'd
Track
rather take
this.
their health first than ours.
Okay. Let me see. Is he gonna cast anything? He says you've fought these beings before.
Oh,
What can you tell me about their methods of attack? Is there any particular energy that I should be wary of?
Oh dear.
wait, what are we fighting?
A
A
Stomoy.
Stomoy.
Oh, is that
I know that they
Arcana
have
or Dungeoneering? What is that?
I don't know.
uh
The memory
history.
thing. Do you guys remember? Yeah. Do you guys remember any
They
particular type of spell or type of element that they tended to favor?
I
I
don't
guess
Fire?
you could roll like
think
a general
so.
intelligence for, and I can tell you
I
what your
mean,
character might
there's like the
remember.
one special spellcaster that had the wind stuff. to like block arrows, I'll mention that. But I don't know if we're gonna run
Am I
into another
smart enough?
spellcaster like that.
I might be. Oh.
Yeah, you don't. Aoife, you don't remember them having any particular, like the Astomoy at least didn't have any particular elemental. Now you do remember, of course, the fought like a magma dragon that had fire stuff, but assuming they don't have another
Yeah.
magma dragon here, the
They could though. There is one out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'll mention they were very like punchy, kicky, get up and hit you
I see.
for the most part.
I'm not gonna say it's always safe to protect yourself against fire.
He
They
will
are working
cast.
for. They are working for a magma dragon.
He will cast Shield of Faith on himself.
As will I.
All right. All right. He walks up these stairs, and there's like a massive, like double door at the top there. And he looks back and says, "I'm going to destroy this door. Are you prepared?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. While he does that, what can I do?
And oh, I don't. Let me see. Do I have a Nasoy? I don't have a Nasoy actor already on here, do I? Whatever. It's invisible anyway. The Nasoy, just as he's about to break the door, he says, "I think that invisible thing's back."
He speaks up. Watch out! There's something up here.
And the giant smashes the door down anyway.
Mm-hmm. And he'll
And
ask
we'll
where.
roll. We're gonna roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spooky ghost that's sent to protect the tomb or whatever.
The hard part is you don't know how big this thing is. It could be a freaking like giant
It's
dragon.
an invisible giant.
Invisible
I mean, the
dragon.
last dragon you
Just be
fought was
showing.
invisible.
Yeah.
Wait, why is my... I must have something on me.
Where's my initiative? There it is.
No, I just have 8 decks. Okay. Everything's fine. You see, I had a lot more decks when I was a tiny rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna cast like Beast Shape on myself to just turn back into a rabbit.
Back into a rabbit.
I mean,
but
I
it's
can
my
Baleful
choice, so it's
polymorph you
different.
if you want.
No, I don't think I want that one.
Okay. Just let me know.
I remember I did that to an enemy. I think it was like, I forgot what it was. A Bayful polymorph something that was like oh, he was riding something. I Bayful polymorphed his mount into like a rabbit, so he like fell and killed killed the mount.
All right, Shazra, you're up.
All right, so we don't see this thing, or someone saw it.
The Nasoy whispered to Razok that it sensed an invisible thing again.
Oh.
Still doesn't see it, but senses that it's nearby. And then
Well,
as
this
that
is
was like
why I
as
have
the door
this.
got smashed open.
I take out my wand of see invisibility, and I'm going to use it on myself.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn it.
You try and the
Yeah, I'm
wand
trying to
doesn't
get
work.
it going.
But fortunately,
Oh,
you didn't roll a
no.
1, so it
Yeah.
didn't break it.
I'm gonna try this again next round, but that's my turn.
Okay. Hold on, I need to pop out the combat tracker. All right, there we go. Um, do I still have the? So I'm like trying to find a thing I thought I had opened already, and I didn't.
Mm.
Okay, here we are. Okay. Okay, this guy, I don't think you guys can see him, so you don't know what he did, but he does something. Billy.
I'm gonna cast Greater Heroism on Shazra.
Oh,
Greater heroism. Okay.
Yep.
I think that makes him auto succeed on the UMD next round.
As long as he doesn't roll a 1, or does that not?
If the one still meets the DC 20, that actually doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It actually, the way it's worded, it disables your wand if you roll a 1 and fail. Like it says
Oh,
both
okay, cool.
both those conditions, but since skills aren't auto fails on ones, the way attacks are or
Mm.
saves. Yeah.
Yep, that was the plan, was to make it so he can use his wand correctly. He
Yep.
seems to have trouble.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty competent. It might just be something to do with the resonant magic frequency in this
are you
area. or
making
something.
excuses for Shazra? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So that's that, and then I guess I'll just stay here because I'm in the middle of everyone, and I don't mind that.
That's probably a good idea.
Although, well, I guess I can move up a little bit, actually.
Well, you don't want that
5,
haste, do you?
I said a little bit.
Okay.
I'll move up here next to Razak, so maybe I can give him an arrow next turn or something. That's it for me.
Okay.
The giant crystal on the map is giving me PTSD from Wrath of the Righteous, the big purple crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Those things were nasty sometimes.
Yeah, I had to redo because I was playing on core rules. I had to like redo those encounters so many times.
When they just, yeah, if they stun lock your party in just
Yeah.
the right way, it's like you're just screwed.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Especially how they just kind of like randomly spawn in places that, like when you start leaving that cave.
You can never get a surprise round on them, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So these guys are gonna move up.
So I
a
hope
little
this is not one of those.
bit.
I do see
Yeah,
one
I
of those
think
wind
so.
casters though that I half mentioned to them but didn't really
Yeah.
explain.
You can't see from where you guys are at. You can't see you can't see anything in there,
Oh
but you
no.
do see you see like a ray strike out and hit Holtzen,
Oh
and it looks like you can see it like sapping some of his strength.
no.
He got hit with a ray of exhaustion, I'm guessing. Can I spellcraft to know?
Sure.
Oh,
I think that's still. I
still
think you
no,
auto
I
pass
think,
it.
but
You know that he was hit by an enervation.
Oh.
oh geez.
Uh-oh.
Not literally sapping strength, like
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Sapping life.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Vander.
I don't have anything for invisibility. Personal. No. And we don't have haste on us yet, right?
Not
no,
yet.
I think Efoot's planning to cast it, but hasn't had her turn yet.
Okay, I'm gonna delay.
Delay until after Efoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid plan.
All right, Razok.
I'm guessing it's uphill, so I can't really see them, or is it?
Yeah, it is uphill. These are stairs that lead up into like a raised platform.
Yeah.
These go up about 15 feet.
Okay. He will also delay.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Efoot.
unfortunately, I can't get the giants and all
Oh,
of
you don't need to worry
guys.
about the giants.
Mm-hmm.
You just get us. Yep, you're all good.
Okay. I'll start performance and cast haste
Okay.
on the party.
The giants do at least get the haste, I think, or the inspire courage. I mean, right?
Yeah. Because it's audible, as long as they can hear me. Mhm.
Yes.
And inspire courage. Wonderful. Okay.
You're really buffed up, Shazra.
Do I have also wait? Is my inspire? Hold on. I don't remember what
What are we, level
action it
13
is.
now?
Do I have a move action still? Ins- this doesn't ever change into a quick action, does it?
It does.
It turns into a swift action at a certain level. I can't remember if you're at that level yet or not.
It's around there.
Performance?
It's like 13 or 14 out of
It's
15.
yeah, it's in the low teens. So you might have it as a swift action, but I think it's like 13 or something. So probably just still a move.
Yeah,
action for you.
13th level Bardic Start performance is a swift action.
Okay, then I'm
Okay.
going to use my move action to pull out a wand.
Is your inspire courage +3 right now?
Yes, I think so.
Let's see. Yes, it should be.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess actually, if I put it as a buff in on Foundry, it
It
Yeah, it'll
I
cuts
just
figure it
it,
tell
out.
I can just
yeah.
tell at the caster level, and it'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
I just need to know for Hero Lab for the main giant, because I don't know if I trust Foundry well enough on that.
Oh, I didn't mean to display that. I just wanted to see what it was.
Yeah, it's +3 until 17th level.
Okay. Cool.
Vander.
It was just inspire courage.
Haste and
Haste
inspire
and
courage.
inspire
Oh,
courage.
okay. Better.
Okay. No, it has everyone clustered here. You guys just delayed till after Efoot though, so I'm gonna actually
Yeah.
lower Holtzon's to after you guys. All right, Razok and Vander, whichever between the two of you, whichever wants to go first.
Vander can go first.
Doesn't help me. These are our giants? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
I just
they're
make
your
sure to order
friends.
in person. Okay, I'm double moving up behind.
Okay.
Oh, up behind this giant.
Okay.
Mm.
You can see around
Then
the corner then and see these guys.
I will go next, and I'll double move up until the other side.
Okay. Do you guys need? Does it have to be a double move? Do you have haste?
Uh,
I have haste, but I was far enough away. I needed a double move.
Okay.
I think I would be far enough away too,
Okay. Fair enough.
because I'm going the opposite way,
Gotcha.
kind of farther that way as well. So I'm actually gonna right on the edge, kind of like do a little like hide behind the wall type of, peek my head around.
Let's see here. This guy, Holston's gonna cast a spell. I think everyone's in range for it. He's casting prayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, prayer.
Prayer.
Prayer is 60 feet, I think, right?
I think it's 45 or 50. It's a weird number. I thought,
You might be right.
at least in the Wrath of Righteous, I thought it was.
Spells. Okay. Prayer is, yeah, it is a 40-foot radius. All friends and foes within 40 foot. So it might not get everybody.
What level?
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter. It's
matter.
always
Doesn't
Oh.
matter,
Always a
but it's
one,
level
yeah.
5. So
Okay.
so it looks like it'll
How do
get
I-
Billy, Vander, Razok, his storm giant buddy. Actually, he's gonna
Right.
move
What does it
forward
do?
before he does it, so it might not get Billy.
Uh,
He's gonna move in because he wants to make sure he
Okay,
gets
cool.
the
I don't
enemies
need to
there.
change anything then.
Yeah, you're too
I
far
mean,
away, so it's just gonna
Yeah.
get
What is prayer?
Razok, Vander.
It's a +1 luck bonus to like your attack and like saves.
Oh,
and
okay.
and
stuff like that.
damage. And damage.
Yeah.
It is
Very
yeah,
good for Bowman.
That's true. The damage will add up quickly.
Yeah.
Lots of arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer foe. Okay, and then let me do one over here as well. Prayer : foe. Okay.
It's a buff that I put on.
And yeah, he also pulls out his great sword as he stands into this surprisingly large cavernous temple. He's actually kind of still hunched a little bit because of how big a storm giant is. But so he's taking squeezing penalties just because, yeah. The other storm giant is going to come in as well, also taking squeezing penalties. You might have to double move to get up to that point. Maybe not. They're pretty fast, but yeah, you still have to double move though.
There. I have the buff imported, so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
I forgot I still have a negative level. Haven't taken
yeah.
care of that yet.
Yeah, it takes a while too. It's unfortunate.
Well, it's already past its point. It's just I need someone to need restoration.
Yeah.
Yours is a negative level from when you died, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think it's been a week. You just haven't had access to one.
Yeah.
Like we used it to get rid of a temporary negative level. That you had a scroll, but you didn't want that one to become permanent.
Yeah.
Where is squeezing? Oh, you know what? It's in this other tab, I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Too many tabs open. I'm like trying to put it on. I'm like, wait, this isn't the right one. Okay, so I got it there, and then shit, I gotta turn that on too. Okay. Okay, this monk like kind of tries to run up and attack Halton. He gets smacked in the face. Still standing, but and he's gonna try to attack Holson. Best of his abilities. He does have debuff on him from prayer. Okay. Oh, actually, this guy doesn't have prayer. Because he was too far away. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. It's gonna do a attack. Okay. Shazra, your turn.
All right, well, I don't know if I'm gonna keep trying to cast this, see invisibility. I am gonna cast greater invisibility on myself though.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna be invisible, and then I'm gonna start moving a lot. I can move double my speed now. Uh, 50, 60. I think I can get up to here with 60 feet of movement. And I'll whatchamacallit? I'll put the whatchamacallit? Put the wand away. And I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. And I am invisible. I am greater invisible now.
You know that a Stomoy. Actually, no. Can they see invisible? I guess not.
They can't see invisible things.
Nope.
I was like, oh, they can just like sense you, but yeah, no, that's okay. Or else
Yeah,
I
I
would be
mean,
able to see whatever's near us right now.
true. Sorry, I'm doing some bookkeeping.
No problem.
I'll be right back.
God, I keep doing that. I put the putting the buff on, and then I realize I'm on the wrong sheet. Then I
Mm.
gotta do it. I gotta do it a second time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's fine to put it on there. I just got to disable. It means if the buff does get put on that sheet, then I'll be like, "Aha! I'm prepared."
Yeah.
Now I just got to hit the check mark on it. Okay.
Fireworks are starting in town.
What?
Always
It's
starts
June.
super. I live in SoCal. It starts
Oh,
early.
jeez.
Yeah. Especially my town. My town's one of the only towns like in California, like in the area they can actually legally buy fireworks.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah. But they're saying off the illegal ones. The mortars and stuff are illegal here in California, but they have them.
I am
Okay.
back.
This guy's gonna cast a spell.
Oh, I can't see.
Shazra can. I guess everyone, Billy and Efoot still can't see him,
Mhm.
but everyone else can see him if you'd like to make a spellcraft check.
Yeah. Seeing what it is, but I can at least cast. Let's check, see if I know.
You can tell he's casting. He's trying to cast Dominate Person.
Oh, jeez.
Why is the spellcraft check so high? What's going on here?
You got the greater heroism on?
Let's
I
see.
shouldn't.
It's doubling your skill ranks. It looks like from Headband of Vast Intelligence +4 is giving you a +13 apparently, and then your
Oh, it
skill
had
ranks is
skill
also
ranks
+13.
matching his.
I think so. So it's doubling those.
Yeah.
So it should be 13 lower than that. It's probably some weird way how it's configured. Like it shouldn't. It should cap out at whatever your maximum amount of skill ranks is anyway.
I think I just did mine headband manually. Like I just
Anyway,
gave myself bonus ranks equal to what I needed to make it right.
you can see that for like a split moment, the other storm giant here looks like he like kind of flinches a little bit, but he shakes it off, and it seems like the spell has not affected him.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Billy,
Okay, well, it's our favorite
There we
friends.
go.
I'm gonna
That's
5,
weird.
10, 15, 20, 35, 50, 60. I think that's 60. And I can see around the corner from here.
Yeah.
And then the other question is, oh, 60 feet. I can see him.
Yep.
I will. Can I pull a rod out of like a belt pouch or something while I'm moving? Is that
Sure.
legit? Okay.
Yeah, I count drawing a rod as the same as drawing a weapon.
I'll pull out my persistent metamagic wand rod.
Okay.
And
I think
then
you could even use it as an improvised weapon, right? So, like that's
probably
like the if somebody tried to make the argument, I'm like,
It's like it
only
is a
weapons
weapon.
can do that. It's like, well, I'm using it as a weapon. I pull out my improvised club that happens to also be a
Yeah,
rod if
yeah.
persistent. You know, like
That's funny.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Mind Wipe.
mind
Which,
wipe.
wait,
Okay.
it's only a 55-foot range.
Womp womp.
Well, I'll still hold the wand. I just won't like activate it, and instead I'll cast something else.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, How tall's the ceiling in this room?
Um,
Smaller than the storm giant.
yeah, it's like 15 feet. Storm giants are normally like 20 feet tall, so that's why they're hunched over and kind of squeezing.
Gonna do some math real quick. This is 45 feet across.
Just don't hit the gem.
Okay, so yeah, that's. And I know these guys can fly, I think, right? I feel like last time they flew around.
Ooh.
The Astomoi, have the ability to cast, like, use magic to fly. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
only the wizard ones.
I'm gonna cast Resilient Sphere. No, it's also close. What? Where's my longer range spells?
You probably intentionally
Don't have them.
didn't pick
Yeah,
up very many
I
long range
know.
spells because your
I
range is
need
kind of limited
5 more
anyway,
feet.
and you used all your movement just to get to that square.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, you could cast something on
I could cast
the
Geyser.
monks, I guess. Or yeah, you could cast Geyser.
Sorry, my entire plan. I cast Disintegrate on the wizard guy I can see.
Okay,
Yep, that's the plan.
sounds like a plan.
I rolled a 3.
Yep, his touch AC is higher than 12. And therefore you miss, unfortunately. The disintegrate shoots past him, crashes into
If
the
only I
wall
had that
behind, and
prayer.
disintegrates a hole in the wall back there.
Are you sure it didn't hit the crystal? Roll for dumb luck.
No, it goes past the crystal.
Damn it.
You don't want it to hit the crystal.
Oh,
You
maybe
don't
he
want to
does.
break. Yeah, below nuclear explosion of souls. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'd be okay
I mean,
with
it'd be
that.
exciting, maybe.
Remind me of Finding Nemo. Run away! Run away! Swim away!
Well, I tried.
Hey, this guy hit. One of the giants gets hit, but the stunning strike, as you can imagine, did not actually do
Do
anything.
shit.
They have storm giants. Turns out have really good fortitude saves.
Yep.
Okay. This one, he is going to. He's going to try the same thing. He's casting a spell. He's casting Dominate Person again.
Hmm.
Ooh, okay. What's the DC on Dominate Person here again? That's a tweener for sure. Okay, you see the giant gets kind of a dazed expression on his face, and he turns towards his ally.
Oh man.
All right, E-foot.
Are you familiar with finales?
Not really.
Okay.
Only from the
What do you mean?
Wrath
Well,
of the
They're
Righteous.
finales
just
say
spells.
that if I have to have a bardic performance working, and then when I
Yeah.
use the finale, it ends
Yeah,
my
it ends it.
performance. But if I have lingering, would it still linger?
No, you end the lingering. At least in Wrath of the Righteous, the game, you end the
Mhm.
lingering, but you can then just start a new performance. It just takes an extra round of performance.
Right. So it can't linger. Okay.
Well, this just says that after you cease performing, these continue for 2 rounds. So I would say yes.
I think the wording of the finale is it literally says it ends your performance.
You talk about the spells, like saving finale, for example.
I have stunning finale, but yeah, I think they work
Okay.
the same way.
Yeah, because it doesn't end you. I don't know how that interacts with lingering performance.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna use it now, but
I mean, it would be
I need to
very,
get closer.
very
so-
strong if it just let you continue to linger the performance and not use any more performance rounds. I think. Because it's like that's what you're doing anyways, is you're starting the performance and ending it to let it linger and then repeating.
Yeah,
It's like
so
if
it
you can
should
just
work.
cast a finale instead of that, it's like
I think
It has no downside.
it does end it because like lingering performance allows the performance to continue after you stop performing. The finale
Yes, that's what
spell isn't you stopping performing; it's ending the performance. So I don't
end
Okay.
and cease and
Yeah.
stop are all the
Yeah, so
same word.
I think in this case it doesn't linger because like you're ending the performance itself, not your performance, if that makes sense. And then yeah, like you said, you can though take an action to
Mhm.
restart your performance though.
It's just a swift action.
Yeah, if you're level 13,
Which we are.
you are, then yeah, it's a
Yeah.
swift action. So it just uses up a round, and you probably have a lot of rounds anyway. So yeah, pretty strong. One thing to keep in mind is if you use an immediate action to cast a spell, then you won't have a swift action available to restart it on the next turn. So you might have to do a move action anyway. But
Yeah,
so it can
I
kind of eat action economy a little bit.
can't really do it this round because I can't get there.
Okay.
Then what I can do instead, oh, I think I'm just gonna double move and continue the performance. So I'm gonna come here so I can at least see casting and stuff like that happening.
Okay.
And that's it.
You can see how the giants fight each other.
Yeah, I'm here to witness. I'm a bard. I write stories.
All right, Vander. And you would probably be able to tell. If not, somebody probably would tell you that this guy's been dominated. He's under mind control.
You. Oh, did somebody tell me that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sure. I
Keep this a
mean,
secret.
I say in my mental head voice, one of the giants, I don't know which one, got dominated.
It's the one that you don't know his name.
Okay.
Not Holtzen, his underling,
Oh,
his bodyguard.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We can see these, whatever these are.
Yeah, these are Astomoy monks.
Oh, no. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, items I want to use. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. I guess move in up to monk,
Okay.
and then try an acrobatics throw.
Okay. I believe you. I think you passed these guys on even on one last time, or at least you didn't even roll one anyway. But okay, yeah, you get through them. I think if you do roll a one, you theoretically can fail it, but that's like pretty much the only way. It's like because you have to beat their CMD +5 to go through them, right?
Yeah. This is my hidden free attack.
Okay. A 24 will hit this guy still,
Mm.
and that's enough to kill this guy.
That's some nice damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my attack action on the one under me.
Okay, yep, and you get a flank with Holtzen on that guy, which means I think you get your smaller precision strike damage, the D4s.
Mm,
I think vital strike as well.
Yeah.
So it won't do as
City
much
strike
precision
does
damage, but
flanking. In these
probably it'll be a
cases,
similar.
reduce the D4. Yeah, it's the half hidden strike button. There we go.
Okay,
Oh,
confirmed critical. You one shot this guy. The first guy was already hurt by Holtzen, but this guy was unharmed, and now he's. I don't think he's quite dead. I think he's
he's
just
very harmed.
unconscious, but he's down. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Razok,
click on
the Nasoi,
repopulate.
you hear a whisper. It's running inside.
All right. Mm. Mm. It's running inside, so it's running like past me.
Mm-hmm.
If only I could see invisibility. Hmm. He'll yell out to Shajra. The invisible thing's coming in. I can't tell. I don't know where it's at, but or Stoneway or
Hmm.
our buddy said it's running inside.
Yeah, the Nasoi.
Yeah.
Nasoi would have told you that her name was is Nalra.
Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I wish I had seen invisibility, but I don't. All right. Like color spray or something. So which one's dead? The one that.
Both of the monks to the north are dead or
All right.
dying.
He's gonna target the caster on the top.
Okay.
He is going to full round it. Need to pull up. Which is regular arrows, so buffs are included for the thing. So plus he'll fly like 5 foot a little bit below.
Okay.
Where he's at. That way he gets more of a straight shot. Full round. Sweet.
Holy fuck!
That looks like multiple critical threats. So rolled a lot of dice. All right. Let's see.
We don't have Dragon Bane.
Oh, it's a Dragonbane bow, so it doesn't count that damage, obviously. But
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I gotta math
You have
that
to do
out.
some math.
yeah.
That's all right though. Okay. So I believe that is going to be a critical hit confirmed on the many shot arrow. So actually, that first shot with the 2 arrows there, actually enough to
Mhm.
just kill that first.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Right. Then the following would go for the other one, I guess.
He didn't get the memo to put up the wind wall.
he did not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they kind of weren't ready. Like
For a storm giant to storm their temple.
to smash the door. Like he just punched the door through. It turns out that when you're a storm giant and you have how much strength this guy got? 40 strength. You can kind of like doors aren't as much of a hindrance.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. I don't think so. The next one does not get critically hit, but you do hit
Yeah.
him with all 3 of those attacks. So 3 attacks is kind of the same as a critical hit anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see here. It's gonna be
Actually, one less than a critical for now because my crits are ×4 now.
oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I like it.
Yep.
So let's see here. He takes not all of this. That's gonna be all right. I just gotta start adding the damage up here. I don't think it's gonna be enough to one shot this guy, but pretty close though. Yeah, he is still up though.
Yeah. In my head, I'm just like, revenge, finally.
Yeah.
Because that was that fight. I freaking it was pissing me off. I was like, I can't hit anybody.
Yeah.
Then I ended up dying later on in the freaking
Yeah.
dungeon
It was a drawn out fight, and the dragon showed up
fight.
at a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bad time for you guys. Good time
Yeah.
for him, or for her
Yeah.
rather.
Yep.
This guy is going to move forward, provoking attack of opportunity from his buddy who's been dominated. Actually, he doesn't here to use his AOO, so he doesn't take it. Doesn't take another one. He's gonna move up and he's gonna swing down at that wizard as well. Oh, that's right. I don't have his weapon configured. All right, hold on a minute. Oof. Okay. I think he's gonna critical this guy. Yeah. This guy's dead. Just for funsies, we'll roll it. Okay. When he does that, you see the mental control of his ally like dissipates. He's still like dazed
Mm.
for this turn.
Yeah.
Oh, is this one the one that died? Yeah, this is the one that died.
Still haven't missed the whole thing.
Okay. Top of the round. The soul gem disappears.
Yep. I had a feeling.
Nobody has
This
seen visibility.
No one has it.
Nope.
Not up.
one has it up
Okay.
at
I
least.
tried.
I think
Yeah, the
something's
wand
here
failed.
might have taken it.
Wand failed to activate.
That should have inspired competence.
Well, he would before you did anyway. So
Yeah.
He also didn't know that I was going to give him greater heroism.
okay. So this guy is going to. Oh, I have to roll this twice, don't I? That's right. I forgot how these sheets work. Okay, so he's gonna hit once on this guy, seeing that he's no longer under the control of his master. He's just died. He's desperately trying to fight back anyway. Does a little bit of damage. All right, Shazra.
I'll pull out the wand again and attempt to cast it to see if I can, if
Okay.
anything is still here.
All right, you get it off this time.
Woohoo!
But do I see anything?
you see where the crystal was. You see it's actually still there, but it looks like it is like um kind of immaterial, as if it's been turned ethereal. And standing next to it, you see this kind of fairly tall, not as tall as a storm giant, but you see like a tall um what looks like a ghastly old crone with horns and gray
Wait, do I
hair.
recognize this person?
You recognize it as a
no.
night hag.
But is it the night hag that I work with?
You think it is, in fact, the night hag that you have previously done business with.
Oh
Oh, hell
God.
yeah.
Oh, she's dead.
And it looks like she is also ethereal.
All right. Uh, I am going to. I have 60 feet of movement. Can I get to where she is?
Well, you had to use a move action to pull your wand out, right? I guess if you had been moving while pulling it out.
He's
But
had the wand
I
out, has
guess
he
not.
not?
No, I put it
no,
away.
he put it away, so I think he
Oh.
had to pull it
I
back
think I'm
out
just
and use
gonna
it.
move 5 feet over here.
Okay.
But that's gonna be my turn.
Mm.
Do you say anything to us?
I say the wand worked this time.
And yeah,
Okay.
you see that she's holding this gem, like kind of um she kind of like is kind of like putting it out and kind of, lean forward and kind of leaning it against her back and getting ready to like carry it out basically.
Is it actually like huge?
It's pretty big, yeah. You think she might be using something to enhance her strength, or maybe she's
Or
just
like
like
ant
stronger
hull
than
or
she
something?
looks.
That'd be
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah. She might just be
Alright.
stronger than she looks, but
Well, that's my turn.
all right. All right, Billy.
Shazra, can you point to the square where this creature is?
I mean, he probably could, but
Okay.
I don't know if
I'm
he.
going to assume he does.
he
And I'm
might
going to
point out that she's ethereal,
I'm
not
going to
not
cast
just invisible.
Resilient Sphere on her
Okay,
square.
that could work.
And I
His
I
force
want to try
affects
and aim it
two.
where I want to aim it where I get her but not where the soul gem was.
Oh, so you're trying to like separate her from
I'm
it.
trying to separate her from it. So like I
Okay.
know where the soul gem was, I saw it. He points to the square where she is, so like she's like to the left of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try and target the spot to the left of the soul gem.
Wait, isn't Shazra invisible?
I am.
You can't see him then.
Oh yeah,
I can't see him point.
he points to where it is, and you're like, "Ah, shit! I didn't think this through."
Tell what side is the creature at? I ask as a free action.
That's true.
I'll
You
tell
did
him.
know, because you did know where the
I know where
gem.
the soul gem was. If he says, roughly where
Okay, I'll allow that.
it, so basically here's where I'll do a little MS Paint here for us. If the soul gem was here, and I know that she is to the left, Resilient Sphere is a 10-foot or 13-foot radius. So I would put it like, over here
Okay, yeah,
or whatever.
that
That's the idea.
that will work. That will work.
Okay.
Or at least like you will get a resilient sphere there.
And I will use my persistent rod, which is still out because I think that works on saves, and I think it's a reflex save to negate. So
Okay.
hopefully the persistence works.
Okay. Shazra, you do see that she a sphere envelops her and does cut her off from the gem, which is still ethereal, but
Oh, the gem is still ethereal? I thought when she let go of it, it wouldn't be ethereal anymore.
nope.
Okay.
She walked in, picked it up, and then turned ethereal while holding it. So it went
Okay.
with her.
Okay.
It's funny
But
though.
I mean, because in my mind, it's like, okay, if she's holding it, she can just like teleport out or whatever, or
Yeah.
dim door. So it's like I have to separate her from it.
Oh, you did.
Now, could she dim door out of the resilience sphere? Sure, but that takes a whole turn. So that gives us a little bit of time.
She's not in possession of the thing.
Yeah, you split her off from it because she was trying to pick it up.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, she was
still,
holding
like,
it. She was
it's
holding it before, but yeah, like it's a big enough thing that you were able to. She hadn't
Get
actually
her
like,
and not
moved it
it.
yet. Yep,
Yeah.
she hadn't actually moved it yet. She just
Okay.
moved it across the plane, I guess. But
That is exactly what I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
Except I was hoping it would come visible, but that's okay. Shazza said it worked. So that's my turn.
Hmm.
next turn, what you should do is resilience sphere the gem.
Well, if she could tell, if she has dim door, which I imagine she could, she would just dim door
yeah.
inside of the sphere, grab it, and then like dim door or teleport out.
Yeah, that's true.
So I have other ideas, but none of them are foolproof. I need help.
okay, this monk is still up. So he's gonna do some flurry of blows. He does land some hits on the giant. Okay.
They
And
do
then-
have the ablative barrier, so I don't know if you've been counting non-lethal damage. It probably doesn't really matter, but
Oh yeah, I kind of forgotten about it.
I forgot to
Well,
until now.
that's okay. None of these hits have been more than 10 damage. A blade of barrier converts the first 5.
Yeah,
I think basically if I just cut the damage in half, it'll probably be
pretty
roughly.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, probably doesn't matter, but maybe we can heal them easier.
Okay, I'll just go with that. All right. This guy is dead. Okay. Efoot.
Shazra, do you want to be closer to the person you see?
Can you see me?
No, but I'm going to ask you where you are if you answer yes.
Yes.
Okay, then reach your hand out
Ah.
and I will come up here until I bump into him.
Okay.
Sure.
And then I will cast Dim Door.
You dim door into the resilient sphere then?
No, I don't think so. Just
Or just to the
Into
edge
it?
of it?
That'd be kind of funny.
yeah.
There's enough room in there. It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh no, does he want to
or-
be in it? Do you want to be in?
I don't think he did the full 10-foot radius, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
why
I can
not?
see the sphere, right? So I know it's
You
there.
can see the sphere, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to be in
Yeah,
the
sure.
sphere?
Sure. Let's go.
I mean, on the other hand, she is ethereal, so you might not really be able to interact with her
Yeah.
inside of it, but
Keep in mind, I do not have fleeting spell to dismiss the resilient sphere.
Yeah, but she has a dim door rod, so they can dim door out too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I think she's using the staff of travel, actually, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But yeah.
Well, I don't
Okay,
have
so
the
you guys-
staff out, but I do have plenty of casts of Dim Door.
Oh, you're just casting it. You're hard casting it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
alright,
do
so you
that.
guys
I
did-
will teleport us
Into the resilient sphere? Okay.
If that's what he says he wants, yeah.
Right, yeah, you guys can move yourselves into that. Can I summon free draw form?
Are you sure you want to be in it though, or more like outside of
not?
it?
He wants to talk to her.
I was gonna say the fight with the Astomo is basically over unless they have reinforcements. So
But
I
like, if
think
we
it's fine.
teleport outside of it and you touch or try to handle the thing, then she can't dim door out and then try to take it because you have control.
It's
over it.
ethereal.
Well, he can't handle it.
Yeah,
'cause
you
it's
guys can't
ethereal.
get to the
Right,
soul
okay.
gem unless you guys go
Go
ethereal
ethereal
yourselves.
plane.
Mm-hmm.
Which Billy can do it, I think, for 1
You
second.
think I can turn ethereal? No, I don't have that spell.
Oh, you have that. You can
We've-
see into ethereal plane.
Yeah, we bought a scroll or something once.
Does Ghostbane Dirge help against ethereal?
See, invisibility lets you see
Yeah.
ethereal things too, which is why Shazra
Oh,
can
it's
see.
just incorporeal.
but you can't
So
in-
Ghostbane Dirge won't do anything.
Yeah.
Interact with them.
Ethereal is a little bit stronger than just incorporeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Dirge of Doom won't do it either, will it?
Yeah, it's kind of at a weird spot where I don't know. We'll see what happens. How long does Resilient Sphere last? Like rounds per level, right?
No, it lasts a minute per level.
Oh, okay, you guys have a long time. You have 130 rounds to figure
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's if she stays in there.
All right, well, we'll go in there and hang out
You guys
with
are
her.
inside the. Okay.
I tell.
will
I yell out.
move- Oh, I need to get.
I yell. Oh, it's not even me. It's Vander, anyways.
All right, you guys are in the Resilient Sphere with ethereal.
She might
Uh,
not
night
even know
tag.
he's in there with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me. Hi.
Yeah, you can't even see
Do
anyone.
I know if this is like a magic effect on her?
You know that she is in the ethereal plane.
I think you'd have to do a
Alright.
Arcana.
If you do a
find out.
knowledge planes for night hags,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll continue my performance. Can they hear me in here?
I guess knowledge arcana would work too for know about the spell. I don't think anyone outside, like I think actually now only Shazra can hear your inspire courage. So yeah, the inspire courage falls off everyone else. Well, it lingers. It lingers for 3
It
rounds.
lingers.
Yep, it does.
Okay. All right, then that's what I do.
But yeah, they can't hear you anymore. Vander, I'm gonna take out these 2 Astomoi monks.
Okay. I think I can only attack one of them though because of just the way they're positioned.
That's possible. You do have haste. You probably can do like a diagonal.
Oh, I mean, I get if I want to
Move.
end up under the.
Yeah, like if you end up over here or something, you could.
Yeah, that worked.
Okay. Yep.
Does that give me flanking on that top one?
Yes. You flank with the top one like so.
Okay.
Okay. This guy was already hurt too, so that's enough to down him.
Okay, and then we attack the bottom one.
Okay. That hits. It's not enough. So you strike at him. He's still standing though. It looks like he is in a lot of pain.
Okay.
All right, Razok.
I finish him off. He will attack, but as he's attacking this guy, he says to the giants, the gem has been put into the ethereal plane. There's a creature in that sphere over there that's also in the ethereal. Kind of just letting you know what's going on.
Okay.
All they can see is the E-foot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. They just see
So
E-foot inside the sphere.
there is a creature in the sphere that's
I
ethereal.
trapped myself. Yay.
Alright. Attack this guy. Guess I'll full round them. Two. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. That is
So many
enough.
dice.
Is enough to take this guy out. I don't even think you get to your that critical hit. Like I think he's down just for
Yeah.
the mini shot.
Yeah. The main shot. Yeah.
All right, we're still in combat, even though all of the Stomoi monks are taken out.
hmm
Um,
Oh, second I see this person, they're dead. He's going full ham on her.
I mean, hey, if you do, then sure, but you might not ever see them.
I'd say she's ethereal, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a greater dispel, do we?
yeah, Holtzen
there's a resilience sphere in
is
the
like
way.
looking around. He says, "Where is it? Where's the gem?"
Where's the gem?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
What sort of trickery is this?
That's wizard's
Hold on.
chess.
hmm.
All right. She
What
on
is
her
she
turn,
doing?
she definitely looks a little like surprised. And Billy, you don't. Well, Shazra, you see her like looking kind of towards Billy through the resilience sphere. She pulls something out of like kind of off of um like out of a pocket or in her robes.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a wand,
Mm-hmm.
and
If it's a wand of disintegrate,
she pops out the other side of the resilience sphere next to
ah,
the gem.
Isn't she in combat
damn.
with me?
She's ethereal. So I guess you could try to swing at her, but when you do, unless you have a force weapon,
It goes right through
it
her.
goes right
Yeah.
through her.
That's right. I have to do it. So it's a swift action. Okay, fair enough.
Wait, you just need a force weapon? Oh.
Damn it.
But is she still within my line of sight?
Kind of. She's on the other side of the resilience sphere, though.
Just like right next to it.
Yeah, just outside, just on the other side of it.
All right.
We're gonna have to go to plan B, guys.
All right,
No,
Shazra,
we
it's your
don't.
turn.
Because I actually have Dimension Door. That is just a spell I pack.
Do you have dimensional agility too?
No, I don't need it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my. I'm gonna take out my weapon. I'm gonna swift action. Put all the stuff on it.
The stuff.
Yeah, all the Magus stuff on it. But I'm gonna put Ghost Touch on it so I can hit. Let's see. Is that
That's
that
not
just incorporeal?
ghost touch
thing?
is for incorporeal, not
Yeah, I
for
think this is for
ethereal.
corporeal. Ethereal is on another plane.
Yeah.
Ethereal's like ethereal John, where you're basically invulnerable.
Yeah. The only thing that really that other than going to the ethereal
Because I
plane
can
itself,
give myself force damage.
yeah, force effects specifically are like go into the ethereal plane.
So I guess if you swing through her with force damage on your sword, does that
Yes,
hit?
that should absolutely do damage.
Wait. If you can't become ethereal, you can use force effects, magic missile, spiritual weapon, force punch, wall of force.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was saying. A force effect can go through it. Like ghost touch doesn't work, but a
You
force,
wield
like
a
if you,
weapon with ghost touch properly, but only if you are also ethereal. Okay.
Ariel, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see how long this force damage lasts. Because if it's for a round, then it'll work. But if it's only for my turn, then not so much. Let's see, where is it? Is it?
Hmm.
It's a black blade ability. Where is this ability?
The other thing that would work is if while she was still before she turned ethereal, if you'd hit her with like a dimensional anchor, she wouldn't be able to turn ethereal.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Because she was on the
Yeah, this
material plane
effect
at
lasts
first.
till the start of the Magus's next turn.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna spend. So I'm still gonna swift action, give it all of its like buffs. Make it a plus. Make it a +5 keen weapon.
Okay.
We're going to free action, use energy attunement, and spend 2 points from my Black Blade's arcane pool to have it deal force damage instead of its normal weapon damage until the start of my next turn. And then I'm going to cast Dimension Door, and I'm going to appear by her.
Okay.
And I tell her it's probably best if you leave this one to us.
We'll sell it to you later.
Yeah, like your safety right now is probably the thing you should care about.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
What if she was double agent this whole time?
All right. You guys
She's
probably
been
maybe hear
evil this whole
Shazra
time.
say that to the night
Yeah.
hag.
I mean, I
Yeah.
am threatening her. I have my weapon out.
Yep.
If she tries to take this, I'm gonna attack her.
Yeah, the thing is it won't be that hard for her probably to just like grab it in dim door.
No, it's gonna be pretty hard. I'm designed to fight casters
Okay.
because I have disruptive.
So, Pluto, if I could see her with see invisibility, only spells that interact with like force stuff or
Force.
ethereal plane would have any effect, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Ethereal is
So,
very difficult to deal with. The easiest way to deal with it is go ethereal yourself and then be like, haha. But it turns out the
we're
spell
not there yet.
Etherealness is a level 9 spell that for some reason night hags can just do at will.
If it's a
Uh-huh.
spell,
crazy.
you can technically dispel it.
I can't because
No, because she's
it's not on
ethereal.
my
Yeah.
plane. So
You
I
could go
can't interact
ethereal
with
and then
her.
dispel it to send her back, I guess. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask another question. So Resilient Sphere says targets a creature. Says what the effect is a sphere centered around a creature. Could I center it around an object instead of a creature? Or does it has to be a creature?
Let me look at Resilient Sphere. My instincts are saying you can use it without targeting a creature
Because
specifically.
the
But
effect says creature, but like I don't know why it would have to be a creature and not, why can't I just put it wherever I want on the ground or around an object? But
Throw an insect at the thing and then
What spell
cast it
is
on
it
the
that you're talking
insect.
about?
Resilient Sphere.
yeah,
I always just assumed you can just like it does say effect
it says creature,
centered around a creature, so
which is
but
why I put it on her.
yeah.
Like I said, get a catch an insect and throw the insect.
I don't have time.
Yeah,
to do
target
this.
is
I know.
creature or objects, not an area. So it has to be either a creature or an object.
It doesn't
Yeah,
say
but I
object
mean
to me, but
you could still like
yeah.
say I want to target
The
that
object is the
pebble.
floor.
Like
You know what
the
I mean?
stone tile you can target,
Yeah.
but it's probably going to center itself on that.
Yeah,
So-
no, I don't see why you couldn't just say I'm going to cast it at that location or whatever. Like,
And
Yeah.
and am I
Because you could
able to
literally-
create the sphere smaller than the actual size?
yes, I don't think you can create it smaller than whatever you're encasing. So like it'll.
Right. But
yeah.
like,
Yeah, you don't. It's up to for the size.
Okay.
Basically, he's trying to make it to where she can't teleport into the resilience.
Yeah,
sphere
you
inside
see
Yeah, if
where
you're
I'm
trying to
going with
put
this.
one specifically around just the gem, right?
I want to put one just around
Yeah.
the gem where it's like she couldn't. It's small enough where she. I don't know what the shape of the gem is, but it would be very hard for her to
You
like.
saw it, or no, you didn't. Did you see it? Did you get close?
I
Yeah,
did
you
see.
did.
I did see it before
Okay.
it disappeared.
Okay, yeah, then I think you can. That's something you could do.
Okay, I want to do that so like if she tried to dim door into it, she would be shunted out of the sphere. There just isn't
I
room
feel
for
like
her
even if you want
inside.
to be the most nitpicky rules lawyery about it, you could just say, "I thought the gem was a creature. I thought it was a mimic."
Okay,
So anyway, yeah, you can cast it
Hmm.
on the soul gem. Like
that is the
you know
plan.
it's still where it was.
Yep. Okay, so that's what I do.
Okay, and yeah, it's force, so a force effect will work on an ethereal and encase it as well. Okay,
I'm just hoping that I can do this long enough to get her out of the ethereal plane. Like
yeah.
we wear her
The
out or
soul
something.
gem fails its reflex save and is trapped
Oh.
within the resilient sphere.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's crazy that it failed.
Resilient Sphere is a really good spell. Like it has just so many.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very glad. If I
because
didn't
it's
have it, we'd
creating
be in a
terrain
lot of trouble here.
effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
I have
wall
wall
of
of force
force.
too, but she would just go in the floor and up and around it if I put a wall down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it has to be the sphere. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'll move my.
I
guess
my
that one's
combat
still there. I'll
tracker.
draw a
Hold
new
on.
one.
All right, there it is. Efoot, you are in the resilient sphere all by your onesies.
Oh, did Chaucer not take you out with him?
I don't know. She's staying in there where she's safe.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I'm
keeping my eye on E-Foot.
You know what's funny is I never even thought to question like when he casts it and say, "Do you take Efoot with you?" Like it was just immediately like I knew. I didn't even have to ask. I'm like, I know.
Okay. I thought of it, and I forgot to ask. Oh dear.
I mean, Aoife can get herself out anyway. She has...
Aoife's just performing to herself, like like
If I could just
reverberating
keep
off the
E-Foot
walls.
in a little crystal bobble, whenever I needed her, I would do that.
Break it open, and then
yeah, begin
courage
performance.
pops out.
Performance, yeah.
Okay.
Was that what was in the bobble that we shot? It was just
And I
Aoife
can't
instead of
cast
the key.
outside of this sphere.
Spell
Voice
effects do not
effects
go
won't
through it.
Yeah.
I think
Only
But
like
you can Dindor yourself
gazes.
back out. You have the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You
you
have
could
to
just
use
hard
more
cast it. You have
charges.
more level 4
Yeah.
spell slots too. I'm sure.
If you have dispel magic, you can also dispel the sphere.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like a wall of force where you can't dispel magic it. Not that I want to give Pluto any hints for what the hag could do, but he probably already knows.
I already know what I'm gonna have the hag do.
Okay. Like maybe Pluto didn't realize you can dispel magic it, and the hag has dispel magic.
Does she have dispel magic?
I don't know.
knows?
I'm just saying she could.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she's like a caster or just like a supernatural.
You forget, Billy. She knows that you're the one that's casting her resilient sphere.
Yeah, she's probably gonna murder me. To be honest, I'm being such a pain.
I mean, she did stare at you already.
All right,
It's fine.
I'm gonna stay in here, but I'm gonna pull out a scroll, and my performance still lingers. So.
Okay.
I've never died in my whole life.
If the creature's ethereal, does that mean they get attack you even though they're on this?
Not necessarily.
Generally, no, unless they have. I mean, they can do a force effect from the ethereal plane.
Ethereal plane.
I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that works, but
you know what I mean. It's
generally no.
It's not a one-way street.
Yeah,
So-
it is a nasty combo actually, where you go ethereal and then you use like force sword and just be like, all right, I beat you up with a force sword while I'm ethereal. Like that actually is really strong. Or I never did it with ethereal, like full ethereal, but I did it with blink, I think. The spell blink, where you're ethereal 50% of the time, and then I'm like, well, normally this sucks because 20% of your attacks they fail. Like you don't get the full 50%. But if you just use a force weapon, then you don't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, secret. I think that is probably the intent, but I don't know.
Yeah. That's what
I
ChatGPT
still
told me, so.
yeah, no, I think that is like I feel like I've read a forum post that was like the official ruling, but I'm like, nah, I'm just
Nah.
still gonna rule that if you want to pull out a rod, like I still think that's a valid interpretation. Where you just say, well, I'm pulling out my improvised club.
I
Like,
was gonna hit them, but then I changed my mind once I got to
right,
my
it
location.
feels too gamey to me to make a distinction between drawing a club and drawing a rod that you're going to use to cast a spell. I feel like you should be able to do both while moving because, like,
It's like, okay, I buy a rod sheath.
But then
And
in that
Right.
sense, you can do the same
you
thing with a
know,
wand
it's the
because a
exact same
wand can
thing
be
as a-
used
oh yeah,
like
no,
yeah.
I generally let that happen too. To
Okay.
a certain extent. The thing is
If it's like in your backpack, you have to dig around
if you
for it.
have
It's
if you have a
different.
collection of wands, then I feel like there's a certain like if you have a wand you always use, then yeah, it's going to be easy to access. But if you're like, I as a move act while moving, pull out my wand of restoration that I never fucking use, like,
Mhm.
okay, that probably wasn't on your belt, you
Yeah.
know, like you can only have so much easily accessible.
That's
So
yeah,
I
like
mean, a little bit of
that's
it's
like
like kind of just trusting you
say
guys to be honest about like, would I
yeah,
have that wand easily accessible? A wand of dimension door, you might because like
yeah,
you probably if it's a wand you're using a lot in combat, you're probably gonna have, but you're not gonna have like every wand in your character sheet easily accessible mid combat without having to stop and take an actual move action. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, it's like I have two rods, the persistent one and then a lesser logical, which I think I'm not
Yeah.
using any weapons or anything else. It seems reasonable that I could have those on my belt.
Yeah.
But if I pull out like a scroll or something, that's like in my
It's
backpack.
like the same thing even with just weapons. Like a fighter might, they might have like 2 or 3 weapons that are easily accessible, but they probably aren't going to be able to, as they're moving, pull out like the weird weapon that they have
yeah,
for niche situations. Like, oh
yeah.
yeah,
The
I
one,
kept the ogre bane
mm,
dagger. Like
though their normal weapons, they're trained to pull out on the
correct.
move. Like
Yeah.
they're training themselves to do it. Like it's not even they don't even have to think about it. Whereas like the item that they don't use that often, they gotta think about where it's at and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that tangent aside, Vander,
Mm.
do you have anything you want to do in this situation? I know probably not because it's castery stuff, but do you want to move somewhere maybe? Move closer to where they are in case she goes non-ethereal. Or you can move to try to defend somebody maybe.
Hmm.
Defend me.
Where
She's looking at
is
me angry.
Billy over there?
Yeah, Billy's over back here.
I'll move by Billy.
Okay.
Yay. Not that you're gonna be able to do anything because she's ethereal, but
Well, yeah, we'll see.
maybe it'll
Razok,
end.
you got anything you'd like to do?
I mean, I could cast a spell that does force, but I don't really know if I'd do any damage. I mean, it's only non-lethal anyways. I guess he just knocks arrows, gets ready for if she appears ethereal or material.
Okay, so like a ready to action if she materializes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I guess you also do know that she can turn herself invisible and turn herself ethereal. So theoretically, I mean, I mean, it is regular invisibility though. So if she materializes and attacks someone, she'll reveal herself, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. The giants unfortunately don't have anything to deal with this situation. Holtzen is a cleric, but he is not a very high level cleric.
Yeah, I figured.
And the other storm giant's just a dude.
I mean, just even having a class level as a magical beast or monster.
You hear the night hags. Actually, can you hear from ethereal plane?
I don't
Probably
think
not.
we can hear her on the material plane.
I think she just.
Although I think that ethereal creatures can hear material creatures.
Yeah, I think it's a one-way. I think it's a one-way street that way. She's going to. She's gonna like look towards you, Shazra, and she
Yeah.
doesn't look. She looks pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I give her a look like
Shot
I
your
give her a
shoulder.
look that says like there will be a later time.
And then she's going to activate her her wand. Does that provoke?
It does because she's
Wand
casting a spell.
activations? I don't
Yep.
think so.
I don't think she can
But
do it.
I think only
is she
scrolls do.
attempting? Is she attempting to do it next to the gem?
Well, she can't reach the gem. There's a resilience sphere
Okay, yeah.
between her and the gem.
All
So
right.
she's
So
just
what is
casting
she casting? Can I identify it?
yeah, she's casting spellcraft, or she's using Dimension Door, like from casting it from the wand again.
Oh, it does provoke. Okay.
Okay.
So do you take an
I'm
integrity on her?
I'm going to pretend to. Well, actually, no, they can't see me. I'm not even gonna attack her. I'm gonna let her go.
Okay. She Dimension Doors off somewhere,
Yeah.
and we are out of combat now.
Okay. I patiently wait inside the sphere.
Okay, I have some things to do before the.
Eventually, I'll
resilient
exit
spirits go
invisibility,
down.
and then I'll tell the others. Good news. The invisible thing trying to steal the gem chose life over death. And the gem is still here with us inside of that resilience sphere.
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, did he put a? Oh, he put a second one around it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see it, really. It's
He could
'cause it's
dismiss
made of
the
force.
one around E-foot probably.
Can I?
I don't think you can dismiss resilient.
I think
It's not dismissible. I don't think.
yeah, it is as a D next to the duration.
Oh.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So as a standard action, you can dismiss it.
I will do that.
At least for the one around E-foot.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have the D on Foundry, so that's why I was confused.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So okay.
Foundry one. Well, maybe it will when I update. When I ever get around to updating. I just don't want to.
Yeah, duration 1 min per level, not 1 min per
Mhm,
level D.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I will dismiss that as a standard action, and at some point next round, I will cast from a scroll see invisibility, which I
Okay.
just never had the action time
Why
to
don't
do.
you just use my wand?
How many charges are on your wand?
I've still got like 12 or 13 charges on it.
Okay, I'll use the wand instead. I'm definitely not gonna fail at this.
It's on your
wait,
spell list, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to roll if it's on your spell list.
I think it is.
Yeah, Shazra just has to roll because it's not on the Magus spell list. You might think it is because a lot of Magus that you've seen will use spell blending to pick it up.
To get it, yeah.
But I don't think Matt actually did that. That's something you and I both did on our last two
Yeah,
Maguses,
yeah.
I think.
Okay, yeah, it's on my spell list, so I will cast it from the wand if you don't mind taking a
Yeah.
charge off.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
I
I
don't
will
think it's
just
gonna
keep
run
an
out of
eye on
days.
this soul gem thing. And I'll confirm what Shazra says.
Yeah,
It's
Holtzen
there.
will grab. Do you have any way to get that abomination back
The
so it can
the
be
invisible
destroyed?
thing? I can't
It's
pull it
in
back.
The soul
the-
gem.
It's in the ethereal plane right
Oh, the
now.
soul
I
gem.
don't have a way
Yeah.
to get it back.
It should wear off after a while.
But I
right?
can.
I do
I
a
can't
knowledge
imagine it's
on
permanent.
night hags to see if I know how long that spell or spell like ability may last?
True.
What is
You could do a knowledge arcana for the spell.
Arcana?
That's right.
I'll just
I
roll
need to
it.
make myself not invisible.
Oh wow.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah, you actually, Aoife, you do. Well, I think all three of you would think. Yeah, actually, if it um since it was turned ethereal using the the spell that the night hag can cast, it
Mhm.
actually probably should be a temporary etherealness.
Okay.
So yeah, it should actually only last minutes. It probably, in fact, will last about as long as that resilience sphere.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So
I
yeah,
tell the storm giant
if it
that.
had been brought over with a plane shift, that would be permanent. It would just be there until somebody
Oh
brought it
wait,
back.
guys, I can just plane shift to the ethereal plane. I'm silly.
That would work as well. Yeah.
That has a cast time though, I'm assuming.
Yes, it
Uh,
does in long one.
for plane shift, it's just a standard action.
Oh, okay, I thought it was more.
I just
No,
have a
Alright.
scroll, so it doesn't
Um,
have the spell on it, but that would be an option, but
so
I think we'll just wait
So
here.
the giants just want to destroy it, is what they're saying.
that's what they intend to do with it.
what is the what about the Nisoi? What is it? What does it say?
The Nasoi says if you give it to the psychopomps, they can return them the souls back into the river the way they're supposed to be. Like they can handle it.
And for any kind of reward.
I'm sure that some of my superiors would be able to work something out for you.
How quickly
I
can you get
I
over
mentioned
here?
I mentioned the psychopump's
The
name that
Shoki.
the Shoki psychopump.
We tell the giants that this this psychopomp, is it invisible or does it
It's
reveal
invisible,
itself?
but if
Okay.
you prompt it,
Kill yourself.
it
Yeah, I
will
prompt
reveal
it to
itself.
reveal itself. I tell the giants that this psychopomp here will make sure that the gem and the souls within it are handled properly and they go to their respective afterlives if we give it to them.
Yeah,
Does that sound good to you?
it does like a little bow and says, "I am a humble servant of Pharasma."
And the giant squishes it with its giant sword.
Says, "I hate birds."
Oh God.
Ah, bird!
No,
Ah,
the
bird will think twice before sneaking up on Ivan next time.
yeah. Yeah. Birds cannot fly in a storm.
What about a thunderbird?
It should have flown south for the winter. Uh, yeah, the giant will like will consider it and say, "This sounds acceptable. I believe Gosra would be pleased with that course of action. It would
Okay.
be the natural course of
Alright,
things."
then, well, we're gonna be waiting here for a few minutes, around 10-ish minutes probably.
I
Until
asked
that signal.
Psychopump friend, can you get your superiors or whoever over here to help in case that night hag comes back?
I'll get right on it.
Okay, wonderful.
It flutters off.
Otherwise, I think we're just babysitting the soul gem for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's valuable.
Yep.
How big is it? It's like a 10-foot size.
No, it's smaller than that.
Okay.
It's probably like a little bit bigger than E-foot.
Could I fit it into a handy haversack?
No.
Probably not.
It
Probably
can
not. You could
hold.
probably fit it into a regular bag of holding, but I think it's a little too big for a handy haversack.
If I have 80 pounds of material, it
It's
can
not
hold
really as much the weight. It's just
8 cubic
The
feet.
dimensions.
Yeah. Okay. So it can only carry. It can only hold like a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot.
yeah, it's bigger than that.
Does someone else have a
Nope.
thingy bag of holding?
No.
Vandir.
And
No.
we'll
Oh, I
probably
thought you did.
wrap it up here, but we will have Psychopomps give you a reward next time. And then what do you guys want to do from here? Do you guys have any idea what you guys want to do next?
Recruit the storm giants to fight Pedriarch.
Okay.
They're
Is
gonna
the
fight Pedriarch with us.
is the plan
We'll
probably
try-
to go try to fight Pedriarch next? Now that you guys have handled all the soul gems, or
Sure.
Depends if we level up or not, Pluto.
we will? Okay, so I thought the XP was gonna. I think it put you a little shy, but yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and just give yourself the remaining
All right, we're doing
2,000 or
alright.
whatever,
We're doing this. Sure.
you guys
I
can go up
thought
to level
you
14.
said we need to be higher level to fight.
No, I think he like 14 was like around where he wanted us.
Yeah, you needed to be a little bit higher level than you guys were at the time. When I said that, you guys were like still level
Yeah.
11 or something. Like,
Okay. Does this give me? Yeah, it does give me 7th level spells, which is what I was looking for,
okay.
because that lets me cast things like. Where's
And
it at?
personally, I think I'm ready to start working towards wrapping this campaign up. So
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
It does
good.
not let me cast what I wanted, but that's fine. I thought Greater Planar Ally was 7. It's 8th level, so I need to get a scroll of that.
okay, you guys might level up one more time in this campaign too.
I mean,
Mid fight with Pedriarch.
We're saying that
Well,
we
it
need to
probably
do
won't be
that.
mid-fight, but it might be like, there'll be a little bit of stuff like on your way to Pedriarch
he'll
in
have defenses because he knows that we've discovered his secret.
right. So you might get
We destroyed all of his Horcruxes.
kind
Oh,
of, yeah.
God.
So you might get like yeah, I might have an opportunity to give you guys one more level up before then, but so you
Yeah.
guys might finish this at a
Well,
little.
I know.
I mean,
first,
imagine how much
one of the
XP
first
we'd get if we
things-
defeated the deity there.
Mhm.
Oh, you guys want to
That's crazy.
fight Grotus?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, we'd probably get like instantly level 20 or
I'll
something, right?
pass. Gertis will kick her
Instant
ass.
death. Instant death.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is a reason that in when they made the Pathfinder setting, they didn't give major deities stat blocks.
Stat blocks, yeah.
Yeah.
They just do whatever they want.
They did
There's
that
no
in
reason to give it a stat block.
they do that in like third edition D&D. They'd be like, all right, here's the stat block
Yeah, they
here.
do. They did that.
Here's the stat block for Kelemvor, and then
If there's a stat
then-
block, it's possible.
then yeah, they realize, oh shit, people are just killing Kelemvor in their
Yeah.
games. And that's not what we wanted.
Nope.
It's more like stat block, infinity symbol, infinity symbol, infinity symbol,
Well,
infinity
like-
symbol, infinity
Like,
symbol.
yes, technically the gods like have a stat block, but like there's no narrative reason why like
They should be
mortal
attacked.
and like non-mythic like PCs like
Even
could
standard
like
chance.
even conceivably like hurt them
Yeah.
Yeah.
on
I
their
guess
other
especially
than-
on their home planes. Like if you want to make an adventure that's all about killing a god and like you go through the steps of like they're doing something to weaken it, they're bringing it out of its home plane and stuff like that. Yeah, like make it mortal and give them a stat block. But
If you're playing Patriarch in this freaking thing, basically is what it would be. Is
well,
you're-
even he's kind of going
Mhm.
roundabout. Like,
yeah. But
he's still
not
going
building-
through steps.
he's making a god slaying weapon. He's making like all the yeah.
But like
Yeah.
PCs shouldn't just be able to walk into like a deity's divine realm and like
Yeah.
number check it.
yeah,
Well, it's even like think about how much you're talking about. Remember how we're like, oh, maybe we should do an epilogue for Legacy of Fire and like actually destroy the Tiny the
fire
Fire
breather.
Breather.
No, I mean I want to. I
And-
still want
and-
to, man.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like even doing just that, like that's a spawn.
It's a lot of
It's
work.
not even.
Yes.
It's not even like a full on like the rough beast. It's just a spawn of the rough beast, and like being
It's
able to
still
just
pretty
even
strong.
destroy that. Yeah.
But I think like okay, like if I got your character, I don't know
Oh,
if I'd
yeah.
ever be able to get Drew's again. I haven't talked to Drew.
Yeah. In a long time.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able. I probably wouldn't be able to get Cody's. It'd basically be your character from that game. But if I could get
which-
Pluto, Secret, Mantis is questionable. I don't know if I could get Mantis because
Time
my
zones are
character
kind of
from that,
awkward.
my character from that campaign is like
it's really strong.
mean,
But so is
what the
theirs
hell?
too.
yeah.
Their characters are pretty
He-
strong too. They're not
he
like
literally
full
turned
20,
into
but you
a
guys have a lot of abilities and like
yeah.
bonus
He
and stuff
turned
like that.
into a half
And
John.
then
I
if I get like
literally
I don't know, if I get like a Zerdurium character, like if
Yeah.
Wiz Pops
Wiz
shows up for
Pops.
whatever the fuck.
With his
I mean, we
I
need
don't
mask
some
and
even
Wiz
think
Pops
Wiz
everything.
in our
Pops is as
life.
strong as your characters. I think Wiz Pop's is weaker than you
With
guys.
the mask from
Yes.
the game,
He's probably stronger
Yeah.
than my Knoll. I
Well,
don't know.
maybe the Null, but like Amarcia's, she's a
yeah.
full-blooded
I'm
genie,
marred now. Yeah.
Yeah.
a Marad,
Yeah.
yeah. And so
Yeah,
is
and
he's like a half John
I'm a
or
half
whatever the
John.
fuck.
half John
Yeah.
elf. I got the half John template.
Yeah, their
So
stat
I
blocks are like roided out.
recorded it. Yeah,
Pluto, we need some
because
more currency in
a
this game.
three person campaign. So
Well, you're
it
gonna
was
get
like,
some more
Oh,
currency from the
plus
psychopomps. So
I know,
you
I'm
you
hoping to
have
buy
the
I
a
have
Scroll of
the-
Mage's Disjunction
yeah.
too.
I have
they
Tempest.
don't have the weapon in their alternate universe. It was
Yeah.
destroyed.
I basically took over Vardashal, the spirit that was in the
Yeah.
bow. This is
Yeah.
basically what I became.
Yeah, but I would like to do that sometime still.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't
That
know
was my first
when.
campaign,
Yeah.
or first like adventure path.
All right.
Mhm.
Anyway, level up I think was pretty easy.
There's so
I'm gonna
many
do my
spell
level up
options I
later.
could go for here. I don't even know.
I have to look at it.
I get
'cause-
greater spell combat, which is not a lot.
All right, so we're done tonight.
Yep.
I think so.
Mm,
I
next
get
game
an
will be-
additional. What is it like?
26. Oh, for Secret's game on the 15th, I should be there, but I might be a little late. I'm coming.
okay.
I'll be driving home from Seattle on Sunday. I should be leaving there around 3, and it's about a 3-hour drive. So,
Mhm.
Mythal spells.
so in theory, I should be home like right around 6 o'clock. But
What do I even want out
Okay.
of fifth level spells again?
I mean, you can do what you did last time, where you just hopped on Discord and listened.
yeah, I'll be kind of driving home with my dad, so I don't know if I'll do that.
Well, he can play too.
He can play too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll probably like give you an update or something
Okay.
when I'm leaving. Like if I'm running later than that, especially, I'll let you know. But yeah, we're going up there Saturday morning and then coming back Sunday afternoon. So
Okay.
If only spell resistance wasn't a thing. It makes some.
that's why I marked tentative
suck.
on the calendar. Yeah, you do
I
know
have
that
a lot
Pedriarch
of
has SR.
anti-spell. I have a lot of anti-SR. I have 5 spell pen plus take advantage. So hopefully that's enough. Are we an odd level? No, we're an even.
No,
Dang it.
unfortunately, I know.
Because if we got one more level, I could try and take something like the spell pen meta magic.